everybody, and welcome to another 10 Talks, this time with my guest, Uwoslab.
Hello. Slab man himself right here.
It is the Slab. And I ask about, VTuber lore. Do you have lore, or are you just, funny science man?
No, I don't have lore. The outfit says it all. My simple design, simple lore. I'm a science man. I do funny science on stream. It's very easy to follow, very easy to remember.
JC, you didn't have to roast him like that.
Man can't even afford legs. Do you realize how long I thought this model had legs? I bought this PNG like over a year ago at this point. I've had this since I think last January or so. It was made by the lovely Puffyco, who does amazing work. However, I just thought it had legs and I was hiding the legs for a really long time until like a couple months ago on stream. I was like, oh, you think I don't have legs? I have legs. And I pulled it up and I was like, wait, I actually don't.
No legs. He left them in the mac and cheese. Oh my gosh, that mac and cheese stream.
Gosh.
Did someone suggest that to you? Or were you like, you know what? I just want to bathe in the macaroni.
Okay. So I think someone suggested it a long while ago because it was in the book. So I have a book that I write all the stream ideas down in. And sometimes they're ones I come up with and sometimes they're ones chat comes up with. So I can't remember who came up with it because I didn't attribute it to anyone. But it was in there, so it's possible chat came up with it. And I was like, this is such a stupid idea. It's so stupid. There's like no reason to ever do it. So it was in there for months. And then I was planning my schedule for the week. And I was asking for some advice from someone else. And they were like, I was like, oh, it's Valentine's Day this week. And they're like, oh, dude, don't even stream on Valentine's Day. Because if you're a dude, no one's watching you on Valentine's Day. It's like, it's just a guaranteed day that no one's going to show up. And I was like, so like, don't waste your budget. Don't waste your time doing like a creative stream on the 14th. And I was like, yeah, but I always stream every day of the week. I feel like we gotta fill that day with something. So I was like, what if we just do something really stupid? And like what? I was like, how about I just bathe in macaroni and cheese?
Bathing in the macaroni. Watching you try to attach the candles to the giant Tupperware thing, I was like, oh my gosh. And then you took out the blowtorch.
I thought I could just like melt wax and stick them to the side. I was like, oh, it's not gonna work. Okay, we'll just duct tape them to the side. We're in a plastic tub. The ambiance is gone.
Theoretically, it feels like they should stick. Like, I understand the logic, but watching it play out, I was like, oh god, he's gonna set himself on fire.
I kept being afraid of every time you stand up, the hem edge of the lab coat is right at candle level. And I was so afraid I was gonna spin around and light my coat on fire.
The whole time I was like, he's gonna light himself on fire, or he's gonna get like, did the tub survive? Walrus would like to know.
Okay, so I hauled the macaroni and cheese. First of all, it stayed in the basement too long. It stayed in the basement for 5 days. I posted a video on Twitter of me walking over and opening it after 5 days of sitting there.
That sourdough mac and cheese.
I forgot that I just straight up poured like a considerable amount of milk in there because I was like, it's like powdered cheese. That's not real milk. It won't go bad. Turns out, no, it went really bad and it smelled like death. As soon as I opened it up, I was like, okay, we got to get this out of here. So I awkwardly walked this 100+ pound of box of macaroni up the stairs and out the side door. Drug it out with the garbage cans, and I was like, we're writing it off. I'm not trying to recover the container.
This is a tax write-off.
Yeah, and then I was sitting and thinking later, and I was like, okay, That's like $20 of macaroni. Macaroni's so cheap. It was literally, that was like $20 worth of noodles for that quantity. I was like, that's like $20 worth of macaroni, but that Tupperware is like 30 bucks. I was like, oh, I'm throwing away a $30 giant Tupperware. Nah, we gotta try to recover this. Okay, so what are we gonna do? I hoisted it up. I was like, let's put it into this trash can. Yeah, I'll put the bag in. We'll bag it up, then dump this into the main trash can. Easy peasy. So I get the trash bag there. I uphinge the old moldy mac and cheese, which now has taken on a nice fermented beer type of smell, and it immediately rips the bag asunder and just goes all over the inside of it. I was like, all right, fuck it. Just dump this right into the main trash can. I hope the trash man takes this and this thing is finally gone. The container has been sitting outside for the last 3 days open to the elements because I haven't been able to get the hose out to completely hose it down yet. But I'm going to save the container. It's gonna be survived so we can do you know, more tub streams.
More tub streams? What are you gonna be the next? Croissants?
We're making the Filthy Frank ramen bath next. No, we gotta do... Someone said cereal bath, but that's like even worse. The quantity of milk, the amount of milk necessary for that, and the difficulty of getting rid of this much dairy product the last time is just foul beyond belief.
I regret Googling this.
Oh, did you not know what it was? Have you never heard of this?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Let me give you a piece of advice. Just assume it's my first day on the internet.
Okay, wait, you're newer to the internet?
Yeah.
Oh, baby. You've missed out on so many great eras. When did you start becoming ingrained in internet culture? Because you're a streamer now, so you're like inevitably there.
At least 1.5 years ago.
Okay, so you missed like multiple eras.
Yeah. I missed a lot.
This was a well-known, you know, this man was a well-known content creator. Don't watch him on stream, but he was a well-known content creator in the mid-2010s. She missed all the good parts. Yeah! You joined the internet when it's less good now. What the hell?
Apparently, I missed all the, like, fun stuff.
Yeah, you missed the Newgrounds era. You miss like the stalening of YouTube, the rise and then the getting worse of YouTube, and then the revitalization, which was around the Filthy Frank era, and then the getting stale again, like in the Mr. Beast era to the modern era. There's a whole like
I missed a whole character arc for the internet.
Do you not know who Nostalgia Critic is?
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, don't watch him because it sucks, but you had to be there.
Okay.
Okay, I'll stop talking about early internet then. What?
Ninja, don't point out my shortcomings, okay?
Joined internet 1.5 years ago, became social media manager. Are you a social media manager?
Yes, I'm a social media manager and PR person.
Is that what got you on the internet?
Yes.
Is that your lore?
No.
Forced to join the internet for work. You could have some. That could be VTuber lore. There's some kind of office lady tie in there.
It could be. My lore is just that, you know, I'm an artificial angel with the power to restore hope and bring back light to people's hearts.
Yeah, because you haven't been corrupted by the internet for the last 2 decades.
Yeah.
You can restore light to this world.
I let chat teach me about the internet, and sometimes it's very bad. Like, I learned that wizardry is a game and not a type of magic.
Wait, what is wizardry?
I don't know.
Please explain. Please explain the class.
I don't know, because they were trying to teach me about JRPGs.
Oh, Wizardry 101. Okay, yeah, I wasn't enough of a weeaboo and that was big to be into it. Who doesn't play video games? Yeah, I won't be able to get you with the gaming knowledge. Barely have played any games in my entire life.
It's okay, you know all the science stuff. I'm sure you know math really well, too.
Yeah, I had to like at some point in high school I was like, man, math sucks. And then but I knew I wanted to go into engineering and
Mhm.
I was like, hang on a second. You got to be good at math for that. So I basically gaslit myself into thinking math was cool. I've kind of given up on that now. I've realized I no longer have to lie to myself. I avoid doing math whenever possible.
I love that for you. I'm so bad at math, and people keep trying to teach me math. Instead, I just ban the word math from my stream.
Can they not say math right
They cannot
now?
type math. No.
I bet. But Mr. Soffit just said Bat loves. Oh wait, he's
They're
a mod. You
mods.
moderated him.
They're allowed
you
to
modded
say
him
it.
so he can say it. It's okay. Just call it meth. That's not banned. You guys know how this goes. It's the opposite of most most streets. Oy, oy.
So, what's been one of your favorite experiments or projects so far? You've done like a ton of them.
Yeah, it's hard to narrow down. I think I've hit over 100 at this point. I need to go through like the edits and see how many I've made that are edit worthy to actually get a good count. But
That's a lot.
if we're narrowing it down, because like I could probably pick a best of each month, but even that's hard. I know that of this year so far, 2 months in,
Mhm.
the Meat keyboard and the ass slap controller are like two of my favorite ones as far as like project builds go.
I love the one
Yeah,
where chat got to make a sandwich and it was like 90% mayonnaise
Yes!
and one sprinkle of cheese.
It was like they found out. First of all, I made the mayo cannon way too strong. It was like it blasted like half a cup of mayonnaise on the sandwich with one command. So they just immediately spammed it and absolutely hosed the thing with all that was in the syringe. And then the cheese shake command was more unreliable. That was a janky but very fun stream.
That one was really fun to watch. I think I raided into the middle of that one, and it was just when chat was making sandwiches.
That was a fun one though. The cleanup kind of sucked, but I don't think it's even top 10 worst cleanups on streams. So, you know, we take what we can get. The fried rice one is the most famous one. That's like what
The one that broke
a
the
lot of people know me
stove.
for. Yes, it genuinely broke my stove.
Your poor
It broke
stove.
a tine off the stove, which I have
Oh,
right here
no.
on my desk. It's immortalized.
Gotta use it as a stake now.
I should have this. I should like frame this, put it behind acrylic. That clip, a lot of people found me from that clip. I could be like, I attribute some portion of my success to this stove tine breaking and causing one of the best clips I've ever produced.
I would just label it, it's all chat's fault.
Yeah. The cooking robots are all good. I like all of them. The sauce bot was funny. The burger flipper bot that actually managed to launch a burger that stuck to the ceiling.
Oh,
Like, that's
no.
like cartoon logic. That's like Ed, Ed, and Eddie physics. And somehow it worked.
That's
was really funny.
incredible.
Ballin' Zappin', I mean, that's the one that started it all. As Chilean said that in chat. That is like one of the better ones, but like in hindsight, that's not that impressive just because now there's cooler things that have been made.
The one with
There's
all the
some things like
gunpowder, I think that's a lot of them.
I was gonna say, I cannot narrow down what he's talking about. I've made... Oh man. I made gunpowder on stream. I showed how to make it on stream the first time I did. It was the stream right before the cooking bot stream that ended up getting big on Twitter and getting a lot more people in, and I feel like it was the perfect time to do that because you cannot show that on Twitch. I had to take that one down.
Has the FBI showed up at your house yet?
No, they have not, even though I ordered 5 pounds of potassium nitrate to my address like an idiot.
You need a P.O. box to start ordering stuff there.
I have a P.O. box. I just went to it today. That's the errands I was running. I haven't checked it in like 3 months. And there was some stuff in there I'm gonna open on stream and probably on Monday.
Oh, nice.
Get banned for electrocuting yourself? Okay, that project also kicked ass. The Chatatouille, one of my greatest ideas ever.
Mm-hmm.
That was Gigabrain Project, even though it got me Twitch banned. They sent a they sent an apology for it, so it wasn't actually supposed to be a ban.
Wait, so they didn't like it that you shocked yourself?
Yeah, they considered it self-harm and banned me for 7 days. And it was before I was partnered, so I couldn't get it appealed. I was still trying to get partner, so if they hadn't rolled the ban back, I would probably not be partnered right
dang.
now, because it's a 6-month period.
I'm glad they rolled it back.
Yeah, they ended up, I sent the most formal thing I have ever written on this account, where I was like, hello, dear sirs, I am a science educator. I was merely doing a scientific experiment. Your Honor, he was getting a little silly on Maine. And then they were like, understandable, have a nice day, our apologies. Our system caught it wrong. They got it twisted. And then they rolled it back.
I'm glad they rolled it back. I guess that, you know, when you say it was for science, Twitch...
Yeah,
Twitch
I laid it on. I laid it on that it was an educational stream.
This is what Twitch, this is not what you should be doing at home. You should not be making gunpowder at home, but I'm going to do it to show you how you should not be doing it.
See, if they got me for the gunpowder one, I'd probably be like, yeah, I don't have any defense for that. You're probably not supposed to show that.
Your Honor,
that now when I make it, I do not show the proportions. I don't show how much I'm putting in for each thing, and then it should be fine.
That's smart. Electrocution isn't self-harm if it's educational. Yes.
It's not electrocution, that's the thing. That, I think, was what they were getting twisted. It's merely a TENS unit, which is a pre-approved medical device.
Oh, I know what a TENS unit is. It doesn't even shock you, or at least
it makes your muscles
shock
flex.
you.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely an electric shock, but it's to flex your muscles. It's to react and make your muscles flex on their own. Because the entire point of the stream was chat was cooking with me like I was the dude from Ratatouille. What's his name? Linguini.
Linguini.
They were the rat on my head making me cook delicious meals, and I was the linguini flinging noodles around the kitchen.
Oh, and you used a TENS unit to make them do it?
Yeah, so they could move my arms.
Incredible. That's actually really, really smart.
That's like one of my favorite stream ideas. I had ideas for all these other like chat controlled human things, and then I just had to not do them because I didn't want to get banned again before I got my partner status, because if it didn't get rolled back, it fucks you over so bad.
Oh my gosh, I think I would have cried if I was in your position and got banned.
Yeah, I was like, there was a bit of a dark age for a month or so after that where I was being way more careful with the projects and what I was showing to make sure it didn't look like I was hurting myself. I guess now I don't care because I built something that shocks me like 2 days ago.
And you built a toilet that flings you off of it.
That was awesome. That was a good project.
This conversation.
That ended up breaking the top of the toilet though by a complete accident.
Toilets aren't cheap either.
It was a used toilet. That was a trash toilet. Which I don't know if that makes it worse or not. So the toilet in the basement was broken. It had like it was like some old decrepit
oh, okay, it's from
brand.
your own house.
Yeah, it's from my house.
I was like, did you go to Goodwill and get a toilet? Do they sell those
No. I took it out of my house, replaced it with a new toilet. You know, the upstairs toilet also needs replaced. It's got rust stains that make it look perpetually disgusting, even though it's cleaned. So, you know, we might get more toilet gimmicks. I think deep frying chicken in the toilet was probably the worst thing I did with it, but it did work.
Oh my gosh. I forgot what I was gonna say. Toilets are indeed expensive. That's why I have 2 spares in my yard to do stream.
They really aren't expensive though. You can get one for like $90.
That's for most people, you know, that's not something they could just buy for stream.
No, yeah. It would be, if I bought that for a stream, it would be like one of the most expensive streams. But like in the grand scheme of things, it wouldn't be the most expensive stream. There's other things where it's like prohibitively, I cannot buy this for stream. It's too, yeah, for a one-off bit, it's too expensive. For a running gag, maybe you could justify it. I don't know. I I don't really get enough income from this. I don't think.
Fun Uwu's tungsten cube.
Oh yeah. Someone added a tungsten cube on Throne. Listen, have you heard the pitch for the tungsten cube? Do you know what a tungsten is? Do you know tungsten?
It's metal, right?
Yeah, it's the heaviest metal, the densest metal.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels unnaturally heavy. Like if you hold like a small tungsten rod, it weighs like 3 times more than you think it's going to.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea of the tungsten cube, it's 1.5 by 1.5 inch. So it's a pretty small cube. It weighs a full kilogram. And there's this amazing Amazon review for the tungsten cube where a guy's like, this changes your life. It makes everything you hold feel lightweight in comparison. You feel like you can lift the world on your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
It's an amazing review. It's one of the most, that's probably sold more tungsten cubes. That's probably sold more product than any like advertising campaign could ever hope to.
Feel like you're strong with this one crazy trick.
Yeah, it tricks you into thinking everything else is lightweight.
That's incredible. You also took a hammer to the toilet. That will definitely break it.
Yeah, I had a thing where I was like, if I ever get a big raid, I'm going to smash the toilet. I'm gonna immediately start making monkey noises and smash the toilet with a hammer. And then like 2 days later, I got a big raid and so I had to smash the toilet up.
Rip toilet.
It was amazing. R.I.P. toilet. It had deep laden shit stains. We could never clean it. It could never be purged of its sins. It also had oil in it from when I fried chicken in there.
How did you get the porcelain hot enough to fry chicken in it? Because I don't think toilets are rated for, you know, heat that you need to sustain frying chicken.
No, so porcelain can get really hot. It's heat resistant. It's the cycle of heating that matters. So as you heat it up and cool it down, you create stress fractures in the ceramic. So you can only do it maybe once, like, or maybe once or twice. And then after that, it's gonna explode. If you heat it too fast, it'll just crack immediately. If you cool it too fast, it'll crack immediately. So I had to very slowly bring it up to heat to make sure it didn't crack and spill oil everywhere.
Mm-hmm. If they could survive Taco Bell, they can survive this.
Yeah, if it can get that hit with that nuclear bomb, then this one, you know, what's a little
True. But I was...
Hey, hang on, wait, what is this? Hey, Slab, would you sue someone with a vaguely similar PNG tuber avatar as you? No. They can steal my design, but they can't steal my gimmick.
Yeah, you could have a science man design, but I don't think anyone else is building, you know, crazy things in their basement.
There's a lot of science-themed streamers. None of them are doing this, so...
Yeah.
I don't feel threatened in my market.
Celebrity stole inspiration from Rick and Morty?
Shut. They're getting me down the road. I've never seen Rick and Morty. I know nothing about it.
I've never seen it either.
Have you lived under a rock for the last like 20 years? You've never been on the internet either.
I played Webkins as a kid, and that was the extent of my internet use.
Hang on, what was your media of choice for the last like 20 years? What is your media of choice?
A tree.
A tree?
I spent a lot of time outside.
Oh my gosh. Okay, never mind. Never mind. An actual grass toucher. Man, people always be like, you're like the one guy that touches grass. No, Tenshi's on a different level. Hang on, she watched Disney movies on DVDs. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Disney counts as a media of choice.
Yeah, I'm a very big Disney fan. I would watch them not on DVD. My parents wouldn't upgrade our VHS player to DVD until it like it finally died.
Same. We had a VHS player until like the mid to late 2000s.
Yeah, and then they're like, you know what? This DVD thing isn't half bad. By the time we got a DVD player, everyone had Blu-ray.
Yeah, well, they're cheap by then. That was what my parents did. They wanted to save money. They're like, They waited until they stopped making movies on VHS, and they're like, damn, if we want new movies, we got to get a DVD player. By then, they were pretty cheap, and people were already getting Blu-rays.
Yeah, and now you don't even need any of it. You just need a TV and an internet.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yes, it's true, Corgi. I'm learning more and more about the internet every day.
The fascinating reaches of the internet.
Yes. Oh, and for all the new faces here, because I am seeing quite a few, this is actually an open floor, so I have questions I ask, but you guys are also allowed to ask any question you might have. Like, whoa, what's your cereal of choice if you eat cereal?
Oh, it's definitely Fruity Pebbles if I want like a dessert tier cereal. If I want like an adult cereal, like, you know, to actually eat for breakfast, it's gonna be Honey Bunches of Oats, because those go hard.
Good.
Or Crackle and Oat Bran, which looks like horse food and kind of like has the texture of it, but it's really tasty.
How do you know what horse food looks and tastes like?
It looks like something you'd feed a horse. You can imagine a blonde 14-year-old girl going up with a handful of this to her favorite horse's muzzle to get some extra brownie points. 100%.
I love that description.
You can picture this being stuffed in a feed bag and strapped around the horse's head.
Yes. Corgi would like to know, Mr. Slab, what do you add to a bagel? Are we really starting the bagel discourse every stream?
You add cream cheese and smoked salmon to a bagel. That's what you add.
Yes.
Cream cheese and lox is the fucking best thing you can add to a bagel. It kicks so hard.
Ninjasaurus Rex would like to know, what's the cleanup like after your stream?
Okay, so the mac and cheese, I think, is the worst one. Okay, there's a few that have been really bad. Honestly, the cleanup's getting more streamlined because when I started streaming, I didn't have the basement yet. I mean, I owned a basement, but it wasn't set up for streaming. I didn't stream down here. I streamed upstairs on my desk, and cleaning up was a massive pain because you had to put everything away, and it all went in different rooms and whatever because it wasn't set up.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I do cooking streams, oh, it was like an hour to clean up the kitchen after a cooking stream. It's why I don't really do them now. It's such a pain to do.
Yeah.
When I do cooking robots, it's still a pain to clean up. And you have to clean it up because it's the part of the house everyone sees. With the basement, you at least have the luxury of you can like hose the floor down and you can just like everything is stored down here, so you don't have to go through a whole process to put everything away.
Yeah.
Like it's so much more streamlined now.
There.
So yeah, starting out streaming, I expected an hour of cleanup after every stream. At this point, it can be significantly less, with only like the really bad cleanups getting up to that high.
I would suggest, you know, a plastic tablecloth, but with the amount of fire that's used, I'm not sure it's a good idea.
No. Well, I mean, the table itself, the desk that I film everything on, which has burn marks all over it, I built it for streaming. I built it out of an old out of a butcher block countertop. But the tables I use for the like out in front of the camera in the main floor of the basement are like, it's like a plastic table that costs $30, and then the other one is a big piece of particle board that I put on top of 2 sawhorses. Like, these are not tables worth protecting. It's all stuff that's meant to be destroyed because that's part of the vibe at this point.
Yeah, everything gets broked. The horse, the wall,
yeah,
toilet.
The horse is like surprisingly in good shape. I've kept Soy Jack Horseman in excellent condition. He even has an anime wife now, which I'll show on the next stream I do.
Oh, nice. I can't wait. Kaizen Creek would like to know, Mr. Slab, what microwavable stuffed animal would you buy?
What is a microwavable stuffed animal?
So I taught them about microwavable stuffed animals. Let me get you a link.
Are you supposed to put them in the microwave?
Yes. You put them in the microwave, and then...
Why are you posting links to your throne in chat while we're doing this?
Oh no, that's just a bot.
Ooh, Stream Deck XL. That's an excellent choice. It just uses
my name.
Guys, get fund her Elgato Stream Deck XL. That's legitimately one of the best things you can get.
It just does that automatically. I have like three 3 bots that for some reason use my name.
Oh yeah. They're tied to your account. That makes sense. Warmies. Warmies?
Yes. And then you put them in the microwave. Mine's name is Anakin.
Oh my gosh, what is this?
And they warm up and they smell like lavender. They're great for like tummy aches or just, you know, every day.
Oh my gosh, there's a bobcat.
Is that
oh
the
wait,
one
they
you
make
choose?
slippers? Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I would get. I would get the slippers if you're asking which one.
The slippers are
Okay,
nice.
hang on. Unrelated question, Tenshi.
Mhm.
Would you or would you not, if you could afford it, if you had the budget, would you buy the autism steamroller?
I feel like I know what that one is. 1 second.
Okay, hang on. You need to know what this is. This
Okay,
is
I
mandatory.
googled it. Oh, this is the Moriko steamroller.
Okay, I'm glad you know it as the Moriko steamroller instead of the autism steamroller. That makes it funnier. It's sold on especialneeds.com as the double squeeze machine, but it's the same thing either way. It can't be that expensive. It's $700 here, and I've seen it for $800.
I think you should build one on your stream and
It's
just
one of the most suggested builds.
just
I
show
will, but
them.
it's gonna be huge. That's why I haven't done it.
I have a lot of feelings about this. I'm not sure what they are.
You get inside and it squeezes you.
It's
If you like
it's
warm
like
stuffed animals, would you like this? Would you like being squeezed?
I don't think so because it's not the same sensation. The warmth is just like for pain. The sensory steamroller is a nervous
But for
system
pain.
regulation.
Okay. It is expensive, that's true. Do you, hang on though, have you ever tried a weighted blanket? Because they kind of kick ass.
Yeah, I have a weighted blanket.
Okay, so you definitely would like the double squeeze machine. You would definitely want the steamroller.
Steamroller.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing as the weighted blanket. It's the same sensation.
Sometimes when my dad isn't expecting it, I throw my weighted blanket at him.
They can get really heavy.
It's
I don't
like
know what they're
60 pounds.
It's a bit of a leap. It's not a bit of a leap, albino moose. It's literally the same kind of thing. If you like weighted, wait, you have a 60-pound weighted blanket?
Yeah.
All right, hang on. Your model needs redrawn with shredded arms to yeet a 60-pound blanket like it's nothing.
I mean, it's dragged for most of it, but like sometimes you just toss it onto the person behind. Their like back is turned, you just throw it over them, and they're like, "Oh my god!"
They are really nice. I don't own one, but I've had friends that have them, and they're always really cozy.
They are.
Maybe I should get one. Maybe I should buy a
You
weighted
should
blanket.
put it on. Do you have a throne? Put it on your throne.
I do have a throne.
Put it on
I
your
do have a throne, but you don't understand. The autism allegations would never. Not that I'm like afraid of this allegation, but merely that it gets brought up all the time on stream.
I have to correct my chat too. I'm not autistic. I'm just ADHD.
Yeah, exactly. See, it's like, no, listen, understand. No, listen, chat. I tested out of all. It's not real.
It's not real. Autism is a figment of your imagination.
Need to craft a 200. Oh my gosh, I should try to make an ultra heavy weighted blanket.
You should. They come in
That's
like
actually good.
they come in really heavy. Like
What's the
weight.
heaviest weighted blanket you can get?
I don't know.
What's the heaviest commercially available weighted blanket? I'm actually writing this down. Heaviest weighted blanket.
Okay, the heaviest one on Amazon, apparently they started regulating them for 50 pounds.
Oh, you can't even get yours anymore.
I
can't
know.
believe
I did get this like a few years ago from a company in China for like a
What are they
sponsorship
regulating
thing.
for?
Probably,
Child study
probably
teachers.
suffocation.
You could suffocate in a heavy weighted blanket?
Yeah,
Oh
if
yeah,
it
do I have to
presses on-
worry about myself on this?
If
I
it
put
presses
myself
down on
under
your
the-
chest for too long, yeah, you can
Oh.
you know your diaphragm has to go up and down for you to draw in breath. That's why women would
Yeah.
faint in really tight corsets.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, you're just corsetting your child.
Exactly.
So if you bought them two 50-pound weighted blankets, they're just dead.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know for future.
For future, if you do build a
future
weighted
knowledge.
blanket, like the world's
If I
heaviest
build
blanket,
the
don't...
turbo weighted blanket, I'm gonna get some of those chains they use to dock ships, and just weave them into a blanket shape.
Oh heck
Put
yeah.
a quilt on both sides.
The double squeeze weighted blanket. George Chungus would like to know who pushed Tob down the stairs at Off KaiCon.
I don't know, but I saw her eat shit and it was hilarious. I heard "Ooh," and looked up, and there she went going down. There she went tumbling down.
She rolled.
Someone drew an illustration of us. It's like me, Hina, and Colt, and we're like looking down, and she's like on the ground crying. That's an accurate depiction.
That may have been George that drew that.
She tried to yeah, she tried to stand up as fast as possible because she was coming to give me a ribbon.
Aww.
Top definitely just fell and ate shit. Yeah, she tripped on the top step, I think.
It was George that drew it.
It wasn't.
He draws a lot of fan art.
Bless up. What a lad. That's great art. I still remember the art. I'm sorry I didn't remember you drew it, George.
The Lord Monty would like to know, what about the pregnancy stream?
Okay, that might be one of the... I think that's the only stream that when I was editing it, I was embarrassed to have done it.
Really?
That has to be like... that has to be the only one, I think. So, the worst thing about the pregnancy stream is 1 hour after that stream was over, I got a message on Facebook, which I almost never check, from an old college friend who was like, "Hey, do you own a Twitch channel?"
Hey, is this you?
Are you kidding me? You found me on the fucking Impreg stream of all the streams to message me after and ask if you knew who I was. You're gonna do this? You're gonna do this on the one where I give birth on stream?
That's... I think I would have quit. I would have graduated. That's how my colleague found me.
This is messed up. This was that was a fucked up play, because he's like, "I've been curious about this popular engineering streamer for a while," and I was like, "Oh, so I was thinking, oh, you've known that this was me for a while now, and you decided until this stream to ask me if it was actually me. I see how it is."
Oh god, I can't even imagine someone popping up one day and being like, "Hey, is this you?"
That's the only person who's recognized me that didn't already know I streamed.
Oh, really?
I think the only person's recognized me at all, because the people that know I streamed, I said, "Hey, out of respect, please don't try to find my account."
Valid.
And they're good people, so they haven't tried to find it, I don't think. If they have, they haven't told me that they found it.
They're just lurking. It's okay, because then they would have to admit that they're also on Twitch in some capacity.
I know that at least one of my friends watches Twitch streams, because he knows streamer things, and I was like, I thought he streamed for a while, and I made some I was like, "Oh, yo, what have you streamed?" And apparently, no, he doesn't. He just watches streams.
I can't wait for the day where he's like, "Hey, do you know about this Pippa Pipkin?"
No. Oh, no. None of any of my friends admit to watching Pippa, I'm going to make fun of them.
Nuna would like to know, what was it like growing up the oldest of 7?
Oh yeah, I grew up in a big family. For anyone who doesn't know, I was the oldest of 7 children.
Dang.
So, I think I actually got it good. Because in some ways, it's better, in some ways, it's worse, right? My family had very little money when I was a kid, so everything was real strapped. And now they're doing pretty well off, so the kids can get a lot more stuff. That being said, they're also more strict now, and they're older and not as cool as they were when I was growing up.
Now there's less of you to worry about.
Yeah, there's less in the house now. I mean, I guess the same growing up. The youngest one is 9 right now. I'm a decent bit older than them. So there was only a brief period of time where every kid was in the house.
Yeah.
And it was when I was in college over the summers, so it wasn't even like living there full time.
Dang, so you don't even have to see them that much. You could just be like, "What up, little brother or sister?"
Yeah, but I mean, I go visit and whatever. But yeah. It's a different dynamic than if we had all been in the house at the same time. If we were all 2 years apart, that would be like, okay, that's there's so many kids. I do have hearing loss that I attribute to growing up in a house full of children, though. It was so
Valid.
loud. I talk very loud. Like me yelling at stuff on stream, that's not me trying to act like a streamer. That's how I've always been. And I think it's because when you have a house where you're constantly yelling at your siblings, you just get used to yelling all the time and talking really
you're trying
loud.
to be heard.
Exactly, yeah. You're competing for airspace.
Yeah, I understand that. I have 4 siblings.
Okay, you know this then, because that's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of us.
Are you the oldest or
no,
youngest?
No, I'm the oldest girl. I got all the responsibility.
What's the distribution?
How? Like distribution how?
Like brothers to sisters.
Oh, so I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters.
Okay, completely even. I had 2 brothers and 4 sisters. There's a lot more sisters in the house. Yeah,
so we have 1 more girl than boy. Ages, I'm not gonna dox their ages, but 2 others right now are in college. One of them is married, and one of them is in high school.
Okay, they're all older then.
Yeah, we all grew up pretty close. We had forced proximity, so it was a little bit different.
Yeah. I mean, for most of growing up, there were at least 5 or 6 kids in the house. I guess 6. Yeah,
we all lived in a car together at one point.
Oh my gosh. That's really rough with that many siblings.
What are their SSN 5? I have a question Asbestos would like to know. Why haven't you returned the slab?
Because the creepy creature wants me to. I can't give him what he wants. I can't remember what happens in that episode when he says return the slab. Do they actually return it? I can't remember. But I ain't gonna find out. He enjoys the curse. I'm gonna continue being cursed.
He loves
Ever since I became slab was when I decided to do the macaroni stream. So I think there's something about that curse that's true.
Could be. The plagues of Egypt happen.
Yeah. The plague of flies will descend upon my basement for the moldy food that's all over the place.
It's a good thing you got rid of the mac and cheese.
Yeah, the garbage man better take that. It's out on the curb right now. If he doesn't take it, I will lose my mind. I'll never be able to get rid of this shit.
Some raccoon is gonna go to town on that.
They won't eat it out of the container out with scraps in it, so I don't know. I don't think nature even wants this.
Nature has rejected it. Corgi would like to know, how many times have the neighbors questioned the noises?
I've never heard anything from my neighbors about this, but I realize I'm gonna build a vent hood soon, and like if I start venting smoke and fumes out of the side of my dryer vent, I'm probably gonna have to tell my neighbors, hey, just so you know, I'm not making meth. This is like this is because I'm doing science stuff.
We're definitely nothing suspicious happening in here.
Yeah, don't worry, fellas. Ah! Disregard that.
Someone resubbed to Uwo.
Thank you, BFG, for 500 bits. I appreciate it.
He's funding your tungsten blanket.
The tungsten blanket, that would cost so much.
1 bit at a time.
Just 1 piece at a time, baby. 1 cube. We need to be able to fund 100 cubes to fill the tungsten blanket.
At least.
Bro's gonna call the cops to say he isn't making crack. Hey, sometimes you have to tell the police if you're up to something that looks sus so they know you're not.
It's true. You can also probably just tell the police in advance, like, hey, I'm definitely not cooking meth in the basement. That's not what's happening. We're doing educational science.
Yes, I'm merely making nitroglycerin. We're not police officers.
He's ADHD, you could tell, because he can keep up with Hina and Pippa.
That's true. I probably am ADHD. I've not been diagnosed with it, but I'd believe it because I lose track of mine so often.
Yeah, I have that where I interrupt a thought with another thought. I was calling with someone the other day, and he's like, how are you singing 2 different songs at once? I didn't even know I was doing it.
I think it's a good trait for streaming, honestly. That and talking to yourself like you're hearing the voices in your head all the time. I've done this for all my life, and now it's useful. Now I can just ramble, and it's, oh, what do you know? Now this is a skill. Streaming's really brought forth all my worst abilities into being good abilities. Being loud and obnoxious and like yelling and all of this and stuff and talking constantly. Normally not good things, but with streaming, they're actually great.
Yeah, like, my parents make fun of me for it, actually, because I live at home. So sometimes when I walk past my dad, he goes, hi, everybody! Hi! Because I started every stream with greeting everyone, so he makes up usernames. He goes like, hi Bungus! Hi, Honey Bear!
Amazing.
So I am subjected to that every morning.
You're bold to stream at home. I would never stream if I even had a roommate, nonetheless live with my family.
Oh, I was doing...
They would never let me live it down.
They don't let me live it down, but they don't care. They watch sometimes.
Oh, I can never let any of my family know that I stream.
They all know. Even my sister has been on my streams before.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
She, after I had her on, she's like, how do you do it? It's like, I don't know. I just turn it on and I talk and I talk and I talk and I hope to God I didn't say anything I wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, that's a pretty good way to do it. Her mom walks around town casually doxing her.
Yeah?
That's pretty base.
But the people in my town don't really understand. I'm from like Hicksville. So they're like, what TV channel is she on? How do I find it?
Is this on Netflix?
Is she on the Cartoon Network?
No, my parents would not understand this. I'm pretty sure. I came across the realization recently, and I thought of this because you said your sister's been on your stream. My sister, the like second one younger, would be a great streamer. She's funnier than I am. She has the same exact sense of humor, but executes it better. And I was like, she can never know this, though. She should never come to this place.
She should never find out.
And is a girl. I know, right?
When's
It's
your
too
big
strong.
deal?
What do you mean, not a high bar? Shut the fuck up,
I thought
Nana.
my sister would like it, and that's why I had her on. I was like, oh, look at this cool thing you can do. You know, she loves to talk. She loves science, too. She's actually a forensic anthropologist.
Oh, wow.
So
nice.
I had her on. I was like, guys, you can ask my sister all about forensic anthropology. And of course, they just start asking about the best way to get rid of a body.
That's exactly what you would ask.
But some people actually had like really interesting questions, like about bog bodies, which are pretty cool.
No, see, that's a cool profession to ask about.
Yeah, so that's why I thought she'd like it. And then she's like, oh, I'm so tired afterwards.
Yeah, some people do get really tired. Like, I don't know. I remember someone telling me like, oh man, it's been a rough day. I just did a 3-hour stream. I was like, oh, only 3 hours? Like, the first stream I did was like 5 hours and I didn't realize it was that long. It just kind of goes on and on. I feel like it's the day. I feel like that's the reckoning, is whether you can just keep on going on a stream without realizing it.
Yeah. Like, I just love to talk to people, so I just like talk and talk, and then sometimes I remember something. I'm like, oh my gosh, chat, do you know about this random thing that just popped into my head? And then apparently I'm making it up like 90% of the time, or I'm remembering it wrong.
Exactly.
Unless someone brings up Disney, then I will literally talk chat's ear off about it forever.
Okay, here earlier you're like, sorry, the only media I assumed was Tree. And now you're
Tree.
Like, okay, but actually...
No, Disney is actually like the one thing.
What's the best Disney movie?
The Emperor's New Groove.
Whoa, okay, based answer. I expected some normie shit like The Lion King, but here we go. Emperor's New Groove is an excellent movie.
It's the best Disney movie. It has action, it has music, it has really great choreography. It's got a villain that's a villain for no reason.
It's so good. It was almost a completely different kind of movie too. Like it was salvaged into what it is now.
Yes. I wish they would make more Disney movies like that. I feel like a lot of them are very quippy these days, where it's like they have really okay one-liners.
It's the Joss Whedon and his ilk have caused devastating consequences to writing across Hollywood.
Walrus would like to know, what's your favorite Disney movie?
Okay, we counting Disney classic animated. It's gotta be Aladdin. Disney Pixar. It's Ratatouille.
Those are great answers. I love Aladdin. Are you a big Robin Williams fan?
Not just particularly Robin Williams, though I do like Robin Williams. But I like that movie on its merit that I just think it has it's right in the Renaissance era. It has everything it needs. And it's the most perfect putting together of it all.
Mm-hmm. It is a really great film. It's also another one that has, it's got action, great music, great dance scenes, and it strays away from the typical Disney formula that all the princess movies were using before.
It does. I do think the perfection of the princess movies was Beauty and the Beast. That's like, that got it so perfect. The pacing is so perfect, and like the build up of everything is so believable and like good.
And there was really great tension.
It's excellent. It got nominated for a Best Picture for a reason. I mean, it was good stuff.
Yes. I think they did have a few, hits in the recent era, like Frozen. Obviously, everyone talks about that one, and I do enjoy Frozen. I think Maleficent is pretty underrated, especially for a live-action Disney film.
Okay.
Have you seen it or no?
Yeah, I've seen it.
You didn't like it?
I don't know if I'd call it good or watchable, but, with different tastes for different people.
Aladdin's intro song is that he's poor and homeless.
Yeah.
Relatable.
It's excellent. He's just a street rat. He's just a worthless street rat.
He is. And we love him for that. I wish they put Proud of Your Boy in the movie and not just the Broadway production, though.
What? Did you hear that?
I did.
Someone tried to shoot me, but those bastards missed!
They missed! He gets to live another day!
Soffit, I'm so resisting trying to sing the Aladdin song. I can't remember all of them.
The way I was also resisting.
I know, I was trying to tempt you into it.
I mean, all you have to do is say the word, and I will.
Your pick is excellent, though. Even if you like Maleficent. I don't like any of the live-action ones, for what it's worth. I guess for a live-action Disney movie, it's not bad. I just really am not a fan of the, like, what if villain actually justified? Like, no, give me... Maleficent was so cool because she was so, like, pettily evil. It was amazing.
I have the same problem with villains. So
you
like,
get the vibe.
They're trying to, like, glorify the villains and make them like, oh, villain, not bad. No, I don't care. I want they're bad. Give them, like, a really stupid reason to be bad. I need, like, the Dr. Doofenshmirtz of Disney films.
Yes. Give us a true, like, crazy evil villain. What was the last one that they did that wasn't a twist? Wasn't a bad twist villain and what, like, had just, like, the motivation to be evil? Was it Dr. Facilier from Princess and the Frog?
Yeah,
or is there a more
he was a
recent
true villain.
He was a true evil,
he's a true villain.
Honest to God evil villain. And just for the sake of it.
A villain needs to enjoy being evil, yeah. The only other person I would point out in, like, recent years was Hans of the Southern Isles. And that's just because he had, 12 older siblings and wasn't going to inherit the throne.
Yeah, but he had motivation, at the very least, where it was like, he was evil for the sake of being evil. I don't know. I didn't like that because he was a horrible twist villain, I think. if he wasn't a twist villain and was just a villain, it would have, I think, worked a little better. But you know, you had to do it that way for the sake of the film.
Oh, I knew it was gonna be him in the beginning.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Yeah,
he took the gloves off.
They make it too easy to understand.
Yeah, in every Disney film, I don't know if chat knows this, in every Disney film, if there's ever a hidden villain, watch their hands, because at some point their gloves will just literally come off.
Yeah, hang on, what's...
Obviously for Elsa it was a different metaphor. Sorry, what were you saying?
Hang on, does that happen for the twist villain in Big Hero 6? Does he pull the gloves off? He
has something similar. There's usually like a towel similar to that that they do in almost every recent Disney film, because they're like, oh, we have to do some kind of visual foreshadowing so people know this guy's suspicious.
Did anyone watch Wish? I haven't seen it, but my sister saw it and she said it was horrible. I
unfortunately did.
Okay, so you also were not a fan.
It had a lot of issues. The only good part of that movie, I would say, was that the entire thing has cameos to former Disney films, and that's the best part of the film.
I think they got a little too up their ass doing that, though. Like they were too busy trying to do their epic references that they kind of slacked the script, was what I heard.
They did. The script was off. There was one character who, and this is like a big qualm of mine. In the beginning, she was fine, and then for some reason they gave her a crutch in like the middle to make her disabled, and then at the end of the movie they took the crutch away.
Wait, a literal crutch?
Yeah, like a literal walking crutch. And also the music, like the atmospheric music in some of the scenes was great. It was reminiscent of old Disney films. It had that really old orchestral feel that a lot of them are missing. But the songs that were highlighted, like the King's song, sucked. They sucked so bad. They were like some kind of pop revival. It was awful.
Why would they do this?
That disabled character was on the guidelines. It checks out. Not only was she like the random disabled character, she was also like the token Asian girl.
They're going... Hang on, I was gonna say they haven't made a good movie in a while, but no, Encanto was considered good.
Encanto was pretty
I haven't
good.
seen that one, so I can't say of my own accord here.
I would say if you have a lot of like Hispanic trauma, that's a really good film. I can't
particularly say I have Hispanic trauma, but I...
Because the whole thing is, it's very Hispanic.
Yeah.
But I mean, the music's good. I like it.
Oh, nice. I know, because what's for that? We're just on talking about Disney now. I never talk about Disney anything, because it's one of those things. I watch a lot of it as a kid, and then I moved off and haven't really seen much of it since. So I've missed a lot of the ones that are kind of considered the better bangers as of late. I never saw... I didn't see Toy Story 4. I didn't see Coco, which I think is considered like pretty damn good.
Coco is good.
I didn't see...
It's also one of those that you need like kind of knowledge for about Dios de los Muertos. Otherwise, you're walking in a little bit blind. They don't really explain any of the customs or traditions.
Oh, okay. And you need that to know it? Because, yeah, I don't really know off the top of my head.
You can get it a little bit from context, but otherwise you're like, what is an ofrenda? What is an alebreja? What are all these things they're just throwing in our faces? What is the meaning of these spicy orange flowers?
I mean, I guess it's kind of cool that they don't just like do an exposition dump kind of thing, but yeah, I get that.
Yeah. A lot of movies that came out that year were very generational trauma based. What I noticed is that not only were they generational trauma based, is that it was the older generation apologizing to the younger generation.
Yeah, there's a big thing. They're hang on, because wait, is Coco is generational based, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a.
And then so is Encanto, and so is Elemental.
Yeah,
it's like one of their newer ones.
It's almost like there's a theme going on or something.
There's they're falling into a theming of trauma. So Elemental kind of got hate for being bland or something.
Was cute. It was very generic.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Wasn't bad, just like Wasn't that interesting?
Yeah. It was a good, you know, I'll put it on while I'm cooking kind of film.
For what it's worth, the last Disney movie that I saw in theaters was The Good Dinosaur, and then I decided I was done.
That one sucked.
That was horribly bland.
I think
that was like bad if like Blue Sky made it.
I think
made it.
they spent more time rendering the water than rendering the story. Because visually it was stunning.
It's
but
beautiful
that's about
visually. The skin textures they were using, they probably had a whole team of people write software to make it. Unfortunately, they had one guy write the story, and he adapted it from a picture book or something because they don't have anything going on in there.
Yeah. Oh, Safa would like to know if you've seen Zootopia.
I have not seen Zootopia.
Okay, that one's actually a banger. That's a really good movie.
See, I was kind of put off from it. One, because furries like it too much, which doesn't mean it's bad, because they also like that Robin Hood with the fox, and that actually kind of kicks ass.
Oh, that one's a really cute movie. I love that.
That actually is good, and it was kind of like considered sloppa when it came out because it was like using recycled animations, and they had like no money but it's really cute and it really works.
They used rotoscoping.
Yeah, well, they used rotoscoping that they had already used. They rotoscoped animation instead of people.
It worked. I thought it was a great movie.
It did, but even as a kid, without knowing the history, I was like, dude, Big John is literally just Baloo.
Yes, like... it's the same bear. Just with a hat.
You could hide some of the other stuff, but the fact they made him literally just Baloo is like a little too blatant.
Yeah. You need to watch Zootopia, then read the extended universe comic after. No, he does not. He can watch Zootopia and not read that part.
One? Yeah, that's a great comic. Ah! Stop trying to shoot me for that. I don't even know who did that one.
I thought that was someone knocking something off your desk. I didn't realize it was a Nerf gun.
No, that's when you hear the pew.
Oh.
If you hear like the dinging, that's the bells.
Mm-hmm.
And if you hear that shot, that's the Nerf, and you know when it's the horn. You deserve that. Okay, listen, everyone knows about that comic, okay?
I learned about that one from the cosplay circle.
Oh, you were in cosplay?
Yeah. Like,
You entered the cosplay circuit before you were into, like, internet culture.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time at the library reading manga.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on. Hang on, can you say what you cosplayed as?
Yeah, I've done so many characters, honestly, that I'm not really afraid of saying who I've cosplayed as. I did, like, most of the women from Genshin Impact.
Okay.
I've done Mayrin from Black Butler. I've done... Shiori from Blue Exorcist.
Ooh.
Oh god, I've done so many. I've done some Disney princesses.
Nice, on brand.
I've been doing a few book cosplays too. Like I did
Ooh.
I did Percy Jackson.
You cosplayed as Percy Jackson?
Nice. No, I forget what his blonde companion's name is.
You cosplayed as them. You can't remember what.
Yes, Vanilla from Nico Para. I have like a little obsession with her. I love her so much.
Okay, that's a good design. I can't hate.
Alice in Wonderland, also a little bit obsessed with Alice in Wonderland. Nagato from Haruhi Suzumiya.
Ooh.
Oh god,
nice,
I did a few for my dress up darling. A lot.
Wait, when did that come out?
My dress up darling, it came out like I don't know, the manga's been going on for a long time.
Okay, you went from the manga. I was gonna say, isn't that like a more recent anime adaptation or something?
Yeah,
okay, manga's from
like...
2019. 2019's not that long ago, so you did that pretty recent.
Yeah, that was really recent. And then I've done like a few FGO and ReZero stuff, some Arknights, some of the basics.
Nice. See, as much as I give a lot of shit to gacha games, so you're like, oh, Genshin. I'm like, oh, but the Genshin character designs are like, that's a good cosplay material.
Yeah, there's a lot of really, even like if I don't like a game, sometimes like I've never played FGO. But I love
Oh,
Tamamo.
you just wanted to cosplay.
I just wanted to be the pretty fox lady.
Understandable.
Have you ever cosplayed?
I have not cosplayed.
You'll-
But
one day.
it's pretty cool.
Everyone starts with, I haven't cosplayed, but I think it's cool, and then they do it.
I made a cosplay for a VTuber.
You
I've just
did?
never actually worn it at a con. Yeah.
Awesome.
I did one for Karagi. I have a full cosplay. Like, the full,
Wait,
like, pants,
Like
hoodie
the
I made
little
from scratch.
Koragi?
You guys have never seen this? No, see, Nero says, oh, right, because he remembers making the hoodie. None of you guys have seen the entire cosplay. It's a whole, I have the whole thing.
That's hilarious.
That I just kind of, because I was like, the hoodie's the hard part, and I made that, and I was like, well, I should just, it's easy enough to modify some shorts.
The strongest kimono dachi.
I made that recently. I was gonna wear it to Mag, so I made it in January. I made the rest of the get up, and then I ended up never having a chance to wear it.
Aw. Did you end up going to MagFest or no?
I did go to MagFest. It's just that, like, because I did not stay close to the con because the hotel's booked in the first hour or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, do I really want to be dressed in like tights and knee-high socks all day? Probably not.
No, listen, the looks you get on the highway when you're going to a con in full cosplay, that's part of the experience.
I'm a beast of a man. I'm 6'5" giant dude. Walking around wearing this getup would be a sight to behold. Could you just change in the bathroom? Okay, maybe, but then I'd have to carry a bag around with extra clothes in it, and I don't carry anything around.
Oh, they didn't do lockers? Some cons do lockers you can rent and just like throw your stuff in for the day.
Oh, I think you actually can do that.
Like I know,
but
that's
I
what
didn't do
Hallmark
that because I
does.
didn't think of it.
Valid.
Would have been freezing. Nah, weak sauce JC. I met JC at MagFest. I took him out for dinner because he's my mod that does all the work.
Oh dang.
I was thanking him for. I had to thank for his service.
Did he show you his spreadsheets?
Spreadsheets? What do you mean spreadsheets?
Do you not know about JC's spreadsheets?
Oh no, I have seen this. Okay, no, I know what you're talking about. JC does have spreadsheets.
I was gonna say, is he keeping that secret from you or something?
Oh, he spread those sheets all right. Yeah, no homo,
On a
but I did
first
take my
date,
boy
JC.
out for dinner. You know, we held hands on the train on the. No, I'm just kidding.
Unprotected hand holding?
We had to take the gloves off for that one. It was getting a little spicy.
JC, you're not helping the allegations there.
Mod allocations.
Please spread the sheets after the first dinner.
I can't believe this.
I can't believe he's done this.
I think that was the most expensive dinner I went to, but there's a really good sushi place, and I can't pass good sushi.
Sushi
I
is
wanted to
good.
try it, and I was not going by myself.
Understandable. Was it like a conveyor belt sushi or better?
No, I've never been to one of those places. I've heard, I mean, weebs love them because they have them in Japan. I've never seen one in the US.
I know there's a few in California and like in other random places like Texas and Orlando. I'm not sure about... Oh, was MagFest in Ohio?
No, it was in DC.
Oh. Oh, DC, there's definitely one. There's a lot of weebs there.
Yeah, I believe that there's one there. I just don't know where. I didn't specifically seek it out. Oi, oi. Well, how does that work? Do you like take? Do they just know that you took it off the belt and charge you for it? Is that how that goes?
I have no idea. I've never
Okay,
been to
you've
one.
never been to one. Okay, okay.
I know.
you've
I
not
just
been to
know
one
about
either.
them.
I've heard of them. I wasn't really sure how it worked.
He also forcibly taught me mahjong. Oh, I know how to play mahjong.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
When was the last time you jonged? I haven't jonged in a while.
I play it like in real life. like with the tiles and the
nice.
cards. I don't play it for fun. I play so other people can't win.
Why are you a menace? You don't play Mahjong Soul then. You don't play the online.
No, I don't play the online one.
You should. Okay, hang on. You need to cosplay as what's her name? The woman from Mahjong Soul. Wait, it's been so long since I played, I forgot what she's called. The Chinya woman.
I will look her up.
Ichiko? Yeah, Ichihime. You need to cosplay Ichihime. If you do, if you're at a con that I'm at and you're cosplaying them, I will seek you out. I need a picture.
I can try. I looked up Mahjong Soul Girl and it's a picture of like an anime girl in a wheelchair.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What Mahjong Soul Girl is it?
I don't know. Her name is Reina Nanami.
I have no idea who that is. Ichihime.
Oh no, I can't link it, chat. It's a picture that links to Facebook. I can't link that.
Wait, what? How did you get this? What have you done to obtain this? I'm sending you the Ichihime page.
Okay, there we go.
This woman. This is not that elaborate of a get up.
Oh, I could definitely do that. She's short.
Yeah, your experience. Look at this.
Yeah, this will be really easy. Cat ears, I got this. I could do that. No, go for the wheelchair cosplay. It would be the more accurate one.
If you cosplay someone as a wheelchair, is that considered like stolen valor?
Nah, the disabled community actually hates it.
Why? It's representation. Well, I guess it's fake.
Because they're like, oh no, there's this whole, oh my gosh, there's this whole discourse. I hate the cosplay community.
Okay, hang on. The cosplay community as an outsider seems horrible.
It is.
It's only, I think, surpassed by the VA community in terms of being like an absolute shithole.
The VA, like the Veterans Administration?
No, like voice actors.
Oh. I was like, I mean, based, I guess.
Yeah, the Veterans Administration really got a toxic community. They never been so... Ever since they came back from Nam, it's never been the same.
It's never been the same. But yeah, basically the cosplayer community believes that like if you cosplay with a cane or a wheelchair that you don't need, you're taking it away somehow from someone that does need it. And
but anyone can cosplay, like, you can cosplay the character as much as you want.
Yeah. That's why it's so dumb. That's why I hate the cosplay community. Like, I cosplay, but I don't associate with the cosplay community.
Yeah, that's a wise move. It's like you can stream without associating with, like, the supposed VTuber community.
There's no VTuber community.
Not really. Not in the same sense that there is a cosplay community or a voice acting community or a whatever community.
Like what I've noticed is there's like circles of VTubers, but there's no, it's not really a community. It's like a regular, you know, everyone's doing their own thing.
It's only a community in that viewers share multiple, so you like interact on social medias and whatever. But like if there's no like in the other communities, like cosplay community or whatever, there's like hierarchies where there's like oh, the queen of cosplay just said this, now we must obey, or else perish. And it's like, there's not really anything. You can be completely separate in VTubing.
Yeah,
and be completely fine.
That's the nice part, because in the cosplay community, it's like, oh, this really big cosplayer is actually a terrible person. Yeah,
and it's like shakes it to its core.
Yeah. And then everyone's like, oh my gosh, I was mutuals with them.
Oh, that's tragic.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, okay, you guys can be over there. I'm gonna be over here and do whatever.
Just show up and do your costume and it's all a good time.
Yes.
OMG, they were oomfies.
They were oomfies.
Yeah.
3 degrees of separation from Ryan Gosling. Is that like 3 steps from Kevin Bacon?
Yeah, the Bacon number, except it's the Gosling number. All right, which one? Okay, I need a tally in chat who's cosplaying Ryan Gosling at Offkai this year. We need a team of Goslings to descend upon it. There was a group of 5 people cosplaying as him from Blade Runner last year.
Was he the guy? Is Ryan Gosling the guy from the Barbie movie, or is that someone else?
I mean, yes. Hang on. How do you not know the association? You know the association of Ryan Gosling with VTuber, right?
No.
Gosh, okay.
I just know him as Ken from the Barbie movie.
Hang on, I need to find the image. You are going to look me in the eye and tell me you have never seen this image associated with this. I feel like I'm rotting Tenshi's brain. I am making her worse. You tell me you've never seen this image. You guys already, I don't even need to say in chat, you guys know exactly the...
I've never seen that.
You've never seen this?
No, I think I would remember seeing him as a blueberry.
Okay. Bro, no way. How? Yeah, how?
He's purple, he's a blueberry.
Oh, that meme? How does so few of you know? No, actually, most of you guys know what this image is.
There.
You don't know the Ryan Gosling. It's the Ryan Gosling looking at Big Glowy, because the Big Glowy woman is like the VTuber.
You're celebrity
She's literally
savvy?
me.
How do you not know? I'm not celebrity savvy. Just because I work with some of them doesn't mean I know who they are. I mostly work with influencers though, not like Ryan Gosling level.
What is there such thing as a famous influencer that isn't like a streamer YouTube personality?
Oh yeah, TikTokers. They're huge right now.
Do you work for TikTokers?
I work with TikTokers. I kind of do freelance stuff, so it's just like whoever contacts me. Mostly what I do is I reach out to brands to help people get sponsorships.
Oh, nice.
And I do it for I mostly manage myself, but I hate it. I hate working in social media. It's the bane of my existence.
Why did you choose this as a career path?
Because I was like, I'm on social media all the time anyway. I may as well do it. And then I started managing.
You just said you didn't get on the internet till a year and a half.
Yeah, a year and a half ago, I started being on social media all the time.
You're like, damn, this social media kicks ass. Let me work in it.
I literally got a degree in it, in like PR, because I was going to start out with journalism. Gosh. And then I was like, I know nothing about the world, so I'm going to start Googling things. I don't like the world. I don't want to be a journalist.
You know, admirable that you got into this.
I need a degree.
Yeah, implying journalists know anything.
I need a degree where, no, I didn't want to know about the world anymore. I was like, I don't need to know what's happening in North Korea. So then
journalists, I've seen enough takes in journalism to know that you do not need to know to be a journalist.
No, you definitely don't. But then I needed a degree that I could do that I didn't need any math for. Because I'm really bad at math. So
oh my gosh.
I still count on my fingers. I do addition on my fingers.
How do you divide?
I don't. I just asked Google.
You still took stats? Stats is still...
Yes, I took stats. Math, I showed Mr. Soffit my work and I cried every class. It was the one math class.
Did you just finish college then?
Yeah, I graduated in May.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you. I have a picture of me with my degree on my wall.
Nice. How can one angel be so based? You pulled in guy who has lived and breathed math. Like, I chose my major based on never having to do math again.
And I chose mine because I didn't want to do any math.
You know, fair.
Oh, 1 second. I forgot to turn off this redeem. Pikapi. Pikapi. There you go, Raven.
Amazing.
Meanwhile, Bat is going back to school for more math. Yeah, I don't know how she does it.
She's going back to school? Why is she going back to school?
Because she wants to get a master's so she could get more money.
Oh my gosh, please. Oh, hang on. So, okay, listen. One of you guys needs to save her. I don't know the exact field she works in, but I have an idea. Do not get a master's. Do not get a master's. Do not go to graduate school. She's a coder. Do not get a master's. That is actually a horrible idea. We can't save her. She's a math head. Okay, listen.
She likes math. She does it on purpose.
I know her origin stories here, but like, No, do not fall for this. Do not fall for the meme. Every friend I know who's gone back to school to get their master's has been like, why did I do this?
Grape right now.
Is Grape getting one too?
Grape is like almost done with hers, actually.
Oh my gosh. Oh, everyone I know, so many people I know have dropped it as well.
Yeah, I
My
considered
professors really wanted me to go to grad school, and I said, no, ain't no way I'm doing more school.
Pre-pace
I do
yourself
not
for
want
it too, it's true. I considered it, I was gonna get, because my undergrad is in psych, so I was like, oh, I should get my master's in psych, and then I was looking at it, and I was like, no, I don't want to.
Oh my
done with
gosh.
school.
I understand the appeal, where you think it's gonna be good, it's just not.
It's not, no.
It's not worth the years of your life lost.
Ninja,
How is she going to stream? Is she just not going to stream for 2 years or
she's
whatever?
gonna have reduced stream time, but she still does plan on streaming because she also has to work.
Oh, sweetie.
So it'll probably be like
She is not going to have time.
no more 6-hour streams, I guess. Hi, Moriko.
Moriko, do not get your fucking masters. You are falling for the meme. Do not. Do not do it. You're falling for the... Every person I know who's gotten the masters has regretted it. I don't want you to make their mistake. Don't let their mistake be your mistake. I'm not American. I don't care if you're not American. It would be easier to become American than to get the masters.
Actually, I hear the best place to get your degree is like Ireland because it's free.
Yeah, but you have to like be a citizen. Yes, I am, and I'm not gonna let that stop me, Batata. Listen, there is no amount more money you could pay me to get studying for free thanks to company paying for it. Yeah, you know what? My company also offers me a free master's if I want it. They're willing to pay for everything, and you know what? I ain't taking it because it's a scam. It's
got
not worth it.
My bachelor's for free, and I still wouldn't do more.
They could not fucking pay me enough to go back to school. I am never doing it. I am never ever doing it. They're obliged to pay me more. They pay me more too. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth. They could give me like no 5-figure sum increase a year is worth having to go back to school for over 2 years and sacrifice all my free time in the prime of my life. I ain't doing that shit.
I love how everyone has to write the word meth in this argument instead of math.
Yeah, I know, right?
That was a
better
good
meth
decision.
degree is about the only thing that's worth it. Oi, oi. I can't remember what they said they'd pay me more for having a master's, but it was something. We are in the era of studying from home and man still bitching. Because then you have to do it, like, okay, yeah, you don't have to go into class, but like, you still gotta spend all your free time. Your ass will not be streaming for 2 years. On God, you will not have time. I'm sorry I've hijacked your streams. Tenshi.
It's okay.
This is very rude.
No, like
But
I said, this is completely normal here.
I must go off. Your Honor, I must go off.
It's fine. Permission granted. What do judges say?
Objection.
No, I think that's what Ace Attorney says.
Maybe just be good in the field you're studying. Shut the fuck up, okay? Okay? We can't all be experts at our job. You know, I'm a solid 95% on the performance review, and I'm fine with that. I graduated with almost a 4.0. I'm not that bad of a student, but I did have to, like, work my ass off for it.
Oh, did you also graduate, like, cum laude? Summa cum laude?
Yeah, whichever the high one is.
Same.
The Suga cum laude biggest honor imaginable.
Yeah, they give you the medal.
Yeah, I had the special ribbon when I graduated.
Same.
It was like 3.92 or something with a perfect 4.0 on the engineering. My only B was math. Because they screwed me over.
I got a ribbon. I don't remember my final GPA, but they gave me a ribbon that they only give one person, and it's usually for someone who majors in psych, and I didn't major in psych.
You managed to get it?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like a white and blue rope. And then I was like, why am I the only one wearing this?
Oh,
this is embarrassing.
Yeah. Fancy.
And
they gave me, hey, I was the star student. I got the student of the year for the entirety of the computer engineering department twice while I was in college. I'll work for that one too. It's because I kept winning contests and making the university
Overachievers Unite.
There was another guy that had higher grades.
I did it just to maintain scholarships, so I would keep going for free.
Yeah, that's the motivation. The scholarships helped me out. I graduated with debt, which was very nice.
Yeah, it's definitely helpful. Since you went all out customizing her grad hat. Oh yeah, I did. I painted it.
Why does Mr. Sullivan says I'm not permitting that one? Why got blocked?
Oh, it's okay. You don't need to know. That one we won't allow around here. He let some pretty sus stuff in, but we can't let that one slide.
It was the cum laude pun? Okay, yeah, understand.
He censored your freedom of speech.
Oh, was not I see.
Literally 1984.
This is literally 1984. We are literally burning books.
Oh, so you let that one in?
That one permits.
The duality of the mod team.
How many mods you got? There's too many swords. Too many swords in chat.
So JC, Soffit, and then sometimes Mookie just randomly bans someone. It's like a relay.
Oh, nice. That's always a perk. I banned someone as a joke last week, and then they CDM me and was like, "Oh, thank God you finally banned him." And I was like, "All right, I guess I'll just leave him."
Just leave him banned.
He was like, "Oh, good. He keeps causing trouble. I'm glad you finally saw the light."
No.
Like, oh, I didn't know. Okay, well, I guess we'll let that one ride then. We'll act like that was intentional.
Would you ever... I asked this once in a chat, but I don't think you saw the comment. Would you ever build a chat-controlled water skiing squirrel boat thing?
What is a water skiing squirrel boat thing? What... Is it a tiny boat that squirrels water ski on?
Yes.
Is the squirrel real?
He could be. If he...
What? I feel like this doesn't go... How is it chat controlled? What is the chat... Oh, the boat?
They would control the boat.
Okay, is the camera looking forward so they can steer it looking backwards so you can see the squirrel's epic moves?
Well, I'm gonna send you an example. This one is sponsored by GoPro.
Wait, wait, this exists?
Yes, this is a real sport!
Twiggy the water skiing squirrel. Okay, I thought this was a deranged crackhead dream. I didn't realize that this was a real thing that someone has constructed before. It's in a little... Wait, is he a real squirrel?
Yes!
Oh, it is a real squirrel!
It's a real squirrel!
I am not training a squirrel to water ski.
I mean,
this is where
you could use a stuffed animal.
That'd be pretty awesome. How is the rope like that? Is it a cord? Okay, that's pretty awesome. Not gonna lie, I like that there's like 300 people gathered around, but this is like some guy's backyard pool. Yeah. And they're watching a squirrel water ski. The event.
I saw it live once at the Mall of America. He has like a permanent fixture there.
Okay, wait. He's a traveling show with his water skiing.
Yes, he travels. He goes worldwide.
Man's living like it's 1895. He's going around with his animals doing tricks.
If all it takes is the word sport to take a deranged hobby into a respectable activity, I'm a Twitch chatter for sport.
We flooding the basement next week. I've come too close to that already, brother. We can't do it again.
That's why you use the kiddie pool.
Yeah, the tiny kiddie pool. I do have a drain in the basement. If it flooded, it would drain out.
Guys, if you shake me, oh, it doesn't shake Uwo, it just shakes me. Never mind.
See, look, if I was getting a master's degree, could I be water skiing squirrel and deep frying chicken in the toilet? No, I couldn't. I'll take my less money.
true. It's so true. Like, degrees take up. I should remember to turn off redeems.
I don't know what anything is happening with our redeems. What, do you have to like talk funny now or something?
Yeah.
Because I know that's
Hey, listen! Hey! Listen!
Yeah?
That's it. That's the redeem.
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk like the hey listen
No.
for like 5 minutes or something.
No,
you
it's
should make
just-
that a 5-minute long.
I can only
that'd
do
be
that.
really
That
epic.
and like Pikachu's like Pika-P, that's it.
Those are literally the same voice.
Exactly.
Alright, understandable.
Get a master's in squirrel studies? You know what? You could get a degree in anything these days.
You can. They as long as you'll pay up, they'll give you a degree in lip field.
Underwater basket weaving. That could be your next degree.
Hang on, wait, do like Mega Mook have the 5-minute Italian voice thing? I used to do it. Hang on. Has anyone remember when this is like the first month or two I stream, I had a redeem called Be Racist to Italians, where I do the horrible Italian accent while playing like the pizza theme from Spider-Man 2. That was an epic redeem. You did? Yeah, I did, but it was 50,000 points, so I don't think anyone ever redeemed it. Because it was so early on, no one had that many points.
Pasta's in shambles.
Bring that back. I don't know if I can phrase it that way if I brought it back. I'd have to call it like Mamma Mia or something.
Mamma mia. Yeah, I don't think they would like
Hey,
it. They
Mamma Mia.
banned Bat for having like the tag, the gamer tag. What was it? Gamers
It was
against
like-
whites.
Yeah, that was it. Because it was a joke on the white card and whatever. It was whatever her excuse was for it. Anyway, they got her a 2-week ban.
They did reduce it. I heard she sent them a picture of her hand and they reduced it.
I love that twice. Okay, wait, I don't know if I can say Moriko has had to pull the race card to get out of bans twice now, and it's always been the white card. She had to do this to get out of her Twitter ban too.
Oh, didn't she threaten to like off Tob on Twitter or Shondo or something?
That was Shondo. Yeah. But then she got banned on Twitter again because she called Colt a she called him a white person slur. I can say it on Twitch, but I'm not going to on your channel.
She threatened to destroy Shondo. Oh yeah.
Yeah, she said, "I will end you, Shondo."
Was that it, Chilean? I don't know if it's a slur. I'm not.
Did she
gonna say it
call
out
him a
loud.
cornstarch crusader? That's hilarious. I thought she called him a vanilla gorilla, but I was mistaken.
Wait, they
Have
really?
you seen? Have you not seen the list of like white people slurs that someone made up?
No.
It's really funny. It's not actual slurs. It's ones that's like someone was like, "Guys, we need to attack the white people. We have come up with a list of better slurs against them," and they're all hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
They're very funny. None of them are offensive, but they all sound silly. It's amazing. Cornstarch Crusader is in fact a banger.
That could be like a really interesting baking game, I think. Give that list to my sister-in-law to use on my brother.
Perfect.
That'd be
I've shared this among many friend groups. It needs to become common verbiage in course.
Everyone needs to know about it now.
I call myself by these names on a regular basis because it's hilarious.
Oh, you should, yes.
It's not casual racism if you're talking about yourself, Georgie.
Yeah, it's just talking down to yourself.
What's his name? George
No,
Chungus.
it's actually Herbungus. The J is...
It's not pronounced Herbungus.
It's Herbungus. Don't let anyone tell you differently. His name is just Herbungus.
George.
No,
It's okay, George. I love you.
It's Herbungus.
Call him Mr. Studio.
Oh yeah, he loves it when you call him Mr. Studio.
It's like people who think I get mad when people call him.
Oh, you
It's
cut.
pretty funny.
You cut out for a second.
I said, is this like when people think it makes me mad when they call? It is funny that people have come in. It's been like 2 weeks. It's been over a week since the name change, almost 2 weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
And someone came in like the other day and was like, huh, slab, bet you can't unsee it now that I said this. And I was like, brother, I don't think you could have been any more slow to the punch if like you tried.
He's about a week late. It's okay. Some
just
people
a
are
little
slower
late,
than others.
just slightly.
Uwoslab. I think as soon as the name came out, everyone started commenting, "Yo, slab."
The first person I showed the name to was like, dude, if you spell it in all caps, it just looks like slab. And I was like, okay, but that's kind of funny though. And then no one else mentioned it until I posted the name, and then everyone was like, "Lamau, thing you see slab." The first person I asked knew.
They were.
But it actually was funny, so it was fine.
They were all in on it. They all knew. They were just waiting for you to make the announcement.
Exactly. They must have known.
There's a.
You can change the capitalization at any time. That doesn't have like a cooldown on it.
There's another streamer. His name is Uwoslab. He does art, and everyone also calls him Ready Slab.
Oh yeah, my favorite science YouTuber, Cody Slab.
The slab.
That name's Slabs. You should be banned for that sulfur boride.
If Mookie was here, he would time him out. Mookie times people out for any reason.
Slab is the first recognizable word in the username, but lab is also in the... The funny thing is that you don't see the slab as much if it's all lower. It's only if it's all uppercase that it looks really obvious.
I think your brain just kind of like picks out whatever.
Yeah. You're seeing slab because it's baked into you.
Favorite YouTuber has lab in the name too. Every comment section has 50 slab jokes.
All right, good to know that it will literally never end, and I will have
it
to
will
put
never
up
improve
forever. If I actually did get sick of it, I would just change the capitalization, which is free.
It's the low cost of free 99.
Yeah, you can change it as much as you want. It's people think that, oh, you're stuck with the name for 60 days, but as long as the URL doesn't change, you can change the capitalization.
Do you have any projects you're looking forward to doing in the future?
Yes, I really want to build a fusion reactor in my basement.
That seems like the logical thing to do.
I'm being legitimate. It's called a Farnsworth fuser. You basically create radio forcibly slamming the atoms into each other using incredibly high temperature plasma. It's pretty awesome. It's a cool project, and a few people have done these in like a hobby context. It's kind of expensive. It's definitely something I'd have to fundraise, but it's something I really want to make. I don't know when. I feel like that's like an end of the year kind of thing, but at some point I'll plan on doing it. Another thing that I really want to do is BattleBot or SumoBot like mass collab, where I have people remote in and pilot the robots to fight each other.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
That hopefully is not going to be that long from now. I've got another project that's secret because it's for a funny bit that I've been working on for the last couple weeks. What else? Oh, I want to send something to near space using a weather balloon.
Oh, that'd be so fun, but people will start to conspirate that it's China.
It won't be that big of a weather balloon. Yeah, the BattleBots I think will be pretty fun. That's gonna be, I think, the next thing that gets done. Like on all these things, Fusion Reactor, that's like end of the year, I think. But like SumoBot Championship could be in like the next couple months.
Since you brought up fighting robots, have you ever heard of Angelic Lair?
I don't know what that is.
So it's an anime, but it's about a game where these people remotely control dolls to battle each other using their brains. So they use like neural waves and they transmit it to the doll.
Have you ever tried to control something with a brain, like a neural connection?
No, but I have
it's
tried
really hard to
like use the force on my kitchen.
Hang on, do you remember those kits when you're a kid that were like use the force by using the neural link? Is that what you're talking about? Have you used one of those?
I haven't used one of those. I would like point my hand
You
out
would just be like, oh.
and focus
Me and
really
my brother
hard.
would throw toy lightsabers on the ground and then film it and then play the footage in reverse so it looked like we were using the Force to pick them up.
I love that.
What's your favorite mecha anime, Slab? I don't watch mecha anime. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Yeah, the Force training kit. It's pretty epic.
Did anyone else see Elon's description of the first Neuralink operation that reads like a horror game entry? No, I don't follow Elon Musk. I blocked him.
I like how every time someone explains the fuser, they get the details wrong. I think you should love yourself now, Albino Moose. But also, I was greatly simplifying it so that I could explain it in one sentence instead of like a paragraph. Well, being a weeb was the biggest con infiltration operation of all time.
You don't have to like mecha anime to be a weeb.
I'm not a weeb. I barely watched anime. I'm being completely honest.
And yet you're friends with all these VTubers.
I'm more friends with more VTubers than I have episodes of anime. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'd have to add them all up, but I'm pretty sure that's how that works. I'm friends with more anime than I.
It's okay. I'm also friends with more anime than I am real people.
Mecha is one of the more weeb genres. It's Battle of the Week. I don't like the Monster of the Week type stuff, and I feel like Mecha really falls into that.
Have you seen like One Punch Man at least, or no?
I have seen season 1 of One Punch Man.
That's the only season you need to watch.
Yeah, that's what I heard. It was okay. I kind of didn't like it that much. I'd give it a 6 out of 10.
I think though the great part about it was that it was just making fun of everyone else.
Yeah, I feel like it was one where if I was the type to watch the seasonal anime every time, it would have been a refreshing thing to see this like thing that just absolutely rags on it. But because I've only seen a few shonens, like I knew enough to get the references that they're making, but it wasn't as big of a thing.
Yeah, I think it definitely, you know, you need to have seen the other ones to know that like the opening, they're making fun of Attack on Titan.
Yeah. I haven't seen Attack on Titan, but I remember when I was super getting into it.
You did not miss anything.
What, really? No, people still tell me it's good.
No, it's so overhyped. It's actually kind of awful.
This is a shame, because people told me to watch FMA Brotherhood, and that actually did kick ass.
That one
That's
is
like
good.
the one shonen I really loved.
FMA Brotherhood is actually really, really good. Attack on Titan is nowhere near that level.
Okay, I see. Attack on Titan sucks. Alright, good to know. Legitimately one of the best of all time. It's true. I watched the original series that goes off the crackhead deep end, and then I also watched Brotherhood. I feel like you need to watch both.
Yeah, I've heard people say just skip the first and watch Brotherhood on its own, but
No, you need to watch season 1 of the first one.
That's how I felt too, because I didn't watch it until like literally maybe 6 months ago.
Oh, wow, okay. You're very recently.
Yeah.
I watched it slowly over the course of like a year, like the whole set. But it was pretty good. I didn't binge watch it for some reason.
I like to binge watch everything so it's fresh in my mind when I watch the next episode. Because if I stop watching something, I just won't pick it up again.
Yeah. That is true. I understand that mentality. I don't know. I'll eventually like way later.
No, I will forget I'm watching it.
Hey, hang on. See, Albino says the first FMA is ass. However, it's not ass. The first season is good. It sets the characters up really well. Honestly, it sets the backstory up a lot better than Brotherhood, if I'm being real. It really sells the character development. It sells the part of the what's his name, the guy with the glasses being evil is way better played out than it is in Brotherhood, where it's like one episode.
Yeah.
They just really, I'd say like the first season to maybe first 2 or like 1.5 or so, it's kind of mandatory watching, I feel like.
Brotherhood had to skip to a lot to get to the material the original didn't cover. Yeah.
They assumed you watched the original when Brotherhood came out.
They did, and that kind of, I think it turned a lot of people off, and then eventually they're like, oh, this is actually, you know, pretty good.
Yeah. Didn't know about the first season, just heard didn't do the story justice. Okay, so after season 2 or so, they ran out of manga because it wasn't done being written yet, and then it starts going to shit. You can tell the exact moment when they no longer have source material because it starts not making sense anymore.
Yeah.
There's like a ghost mom at some point. It's a weird thing. It's a weird. It gets really weird.
The part that always sticks out to me is like the dog.
Yep, and that's better done in the original series than it is in Brotherhood.
As soon as I think about that, I'm like, oh god.
That's still a new reference to you if you only just watched it 6 months ago.
It is, and I get it, and I understand why everyone's like, oh my god, Nina.
Yeah, Nina Tucker. That's like the defining moment, though. There's a lot of there's a lot of good moments in it. I think it just works because they play the characters really well, and it has like this fleshed out universe with definitive laws to it. I feel like that's also kind of what made Death Note good, was it having this such a defined set of laws that when they kind of mess around with it, it feels clever instead of feeling shoehorned and coincidental.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're a random aside here. The show's good.
It's okay. This always happens.
Yeah. Death Note is good. It's a little overhyped, maybe, but I don't know. It's pretty damn good.
I wasn't a fan of
it.
Death
Deserves
Note.
to be revered.
I thought it was boring.
That's really sad.
I thought it was
fucking zoomer.
It was too slow.
Oh, I bet you're one of the got work way through kind of people. Yeah, no, get out of here with this.
I don't know. I didn't like it. But I'm also like averse.
There is the part where he like forgets the Death Note. That goes on. That being said, it's all in service of an excellent show.
I don't agree. I didn't like it, but I also don't like a lot of anime like that. That just surround, you know, killing people. Like I didn't like Hunter x Hunter either. I thought that one was boring.
Oh my gosh.
Or
okay,
like,
I haven't seen Hunter x Hunter, so I can't comment on that one.
Everyone's like, "Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good." And I turn it on. I'm like, "This is so boring." Like I'm like 30 episodes in and nothing's happened.
Dr. Stone was boring and everyone was unlikable. People keep trying to get me Stone. They're like, OMG, you're literally...
No.
This dude, I can tell by watching it, he's gonna like boil water and act like he's a giga brain for it. And I kind of hate
That's
that
exactly what it is.
I hate that. I hate it so much.
Have you seen Rurouni Kenshin? No.
Anyone like Soul Eater? Soul Eater is the first anime I ever watched.
I started it and then I forgot I was watching it, so I just stopped.
It was a different time when it came out. I don't know how well it holds up like aged. However,
I'm not sure.
It is the first one I saw, so I thought it was kind of cool.
JC, Ancient Magus Bride is awful. You should watch Snow White with the red hair instead. That one's good.
I've heard that one's really good. I haven't seen it, but I've heard that's a good one.
It's a very, very cute romance anime. If you like romance anime, I know some people don't.
I haven't watched any romance anime, I don't think.
There's a lot.
I can't think of anything that I've seen. Hang on. I think I made a My Anime list at some point in time. Let me see if I can to it. We can find out. Or what's the other? It's not My Anime list. There's a different one that people like instead.
I only know My Anime list, to be honest.
Because someone got mad when I was going to make My Anime list on stream. They're like, I'm actually use this other website instead, but I can't remember what it was called. That's where I have my entire
just use
list.
The regular one. Guys, you should watch...
But I have the list already on the other.
You guys should watch Licorice
to see what I ranked. I made this over a year ago. I kind of wanted to see what I ranked people.
Licorice Recoil is so good. It's like a really great action sci-fi. It won Anime of the Year.
Here we go. Not a robot. Excellent. I can see... What do you mean login failed validation? Fill in my credentials.
It doesn't
here we go.
recognize him. It's so over.
It's so over, bros. It's never been more over.
It's so
All right,
over.
hang on. Do you want me to read off the anime I've watched? There's not that many. There's not really that many.
Yes.
Because I'm not a weeb. Okay, these are ranked in order of score. My only 10 out of 10s that I have are Nichijou and Girls Last Tour. Top shelf animes right there. Let's see, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, I gave a 9 to. I also gave Yuru Camp Season 1 and 2 a 9.
Oh, I've only seen season 1. That one's a good one.
Oh, Season 2 is...
Or season 1.
It's like...
Did I say season 9?
It's like Season 1. You know what you're getting into with Yuru Camp.
Yeah, it's just cozy.
It's just cute and cozy. Yeah. If Nichijou was so good, where's Season 2? Unfortunately, Japan got hit by what some would call a giant wave around that time, and it fucked the economy and the company that owned the Nichijou rights. I gave Promare a 9. That's a movie ass. I love me some Studio Trigger.
I love Studio Trigger. I love Kill la Kill.
It's one of those... I have on here Little Witch...
Yes,
TV
Little Witch
show.
Academia is so good.
I gave it an 8 out of 10, but in my mind... First of all, that's too high for it if we're being honest, but in my mind, it's a 10 out of 10. I love that show, even though I know it is not a perfect show.
It's so cute. Nah, it doesn't have to be perfect to be likable.
Yeah, it's one... I consider it like guilty pleasure. I love this show, but I know that it has many...
Yeah. It's like adults watching Bluey.
Exactly. Little ZZZ Academia. Nero, I suggest... Okay, no, I can't say that on someone else's stream. Enchanted Parade is amazing. The series is so-so. Enchanted Parade is very good. However, I think that you guys are really sleeping on this show. It has some amazing moments, and it's very charming, and the characters are great!
Yes! I cosplayed Shiny Chariot.
Yes! Oh, why did you list that in the cosplay list?
Because I forgot. I told you I've done a lot.
It's Kino character design too. That's a great one to cosplay.
She is, yes.
I want to know what I was smoking when I added this to the My Anime list, because I gave Angel Beats an 8. This is like a 7 at best. What the fuck was I
I also
on
was not that fond of Angel Beats. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, you're gonna love it, you're gonna cry. Like, okay.
Yeah, it's very melodramatic. It's not genuine.
It is. All the drama feels incredibly shallow, and the beginning is hard to follow.
Yes. Why did I give it such a high rating when I made this before? About Your Lie in April, I haven't seen that one because someone told me in advance you'll cry when watching it, and I was like, yeah, not in the mood, bro.
Your Lie in April is the same. Have you seen The Silence of Voice?
I haven't, but I know that that's got a similar kind of deal.
Yeah, it's basically like one is deaf and one is dying.
Okay, see, look, I don't wanna watch these sad animes. I got tricked into watching 5 centimeters a second, and I said never again. I'm looking it up to find out if it's sad before I watch the show.
Valid. Do not the Clannad.
I'm not watching Clannad. I'm not watching Clannad because a guy at work that was an asshole really liked it. So on premise, I am not watching the show.
Can't watch it on principle.
Watch Fist of the North Star, it's just stupid fun. Okay, maybe so. Silent Voice is not sad anime ultimately, it's a hugging and feel-good story. Hang on,
the manga is, the anime is not.
Voice sad.
Like the part where she tries to, you know...
The anime film A Silent
herself.
Voice follows a story of whoever, a former classmate who bullied a deaf girl named Shoko Nishama during elementary school. This saddest anime depicts how their lives intertwine. Yeah, nice try, buddy. Nice try. Who said that?
It was Hero.
Hero Unit.
Hero, she literally, like, jumps off a building to commit delete. It's sad.
My man is not cooking shit here. Why did I give Erased an 8 out of 10? That's also a 7 out of 10 at best. Though I will say that's better than Angel Beats.
Erased is pretty good,
as far as melodrama go. As far as melodrama goes, I was at least intrigued on that one. Even though they fumble their twist villain really fucking bad.
Erased
Alright, let's
is much
see.
better. Yeah. It was Erased was good but predictable.
Perhaps. Okay, hang on. Barakamon, I forgot about that anime. I gave an 8 out of 10. That's the one about like a writer who goes to a small town and then like is filled with childlike wonder again. It's pretty good. I don't know if that was a very well-known one. Normie anime talk. I can't say death threats on someone else's stream. It's just not right.
No, you can. I don't curse,
These
but
are
I
not
say
that-
that everyone else
These
that
are
comes
not
here
that
does.
normie, okay?
It's okay.
I read the
I
manga.
personally won't wish death upon people, but if my guests feel it's necessary.
It's against your kayfabe. However, it's not against mine. It's
Exactly.
not against mine.
They know that when I have a guest here, they can.
Let's see. I gave BNA an 8 out of 10. That's generous, but I also love that.
BNA is like stupid fun.
It's stupid fun. I had so much fun. When the guy at the end turns into the Giga Furry, it's the funniest
Yes.
shit. I laughed so hard.
It's like another show for furries, but you can't help but watch it.
I had a lot of fun watching that show. Let's see. K-On! I gave an 8. I don't know what I was tripping. That's a 7, but okay. It is good. It's a classic. Steins Gate I gave an 8. I feel like it's probably a 9, honestly. Bakemonogatari I gave a 7. I think I was guilt tripped by chat into not giving this a 6, if I'm remembering correctly.
Fair.
Because there's no way I would give that a 7. This is not as good as people act like it is. Death Note I gave a 7. Are you kidding me? That's at least an 8, if not a 9. Kill la Kill gave us 7. That should be an 8. Some of these need
Kill la Kill
swaps.
should be an 8 at least. That one's so
Yeah.
good. It's another one that's like nothing makes sense. It's so stupid, but you love it for no reason.
This is almost the bottom of the list too. There's not a whole lot on here. Let's see. Kobayashi Maid Dragon I gave a 7. That's like accurate, I think. Paprika I gave a 7. I think that's fine. Space Patrol Luluko I gave a 7. Okay, but the theme goes really hard though.
It is Space Dandy fans. Oh, I tried Space Dandy at least 3 times,
watched
and the
Space
opening
Dandy.
line, I had to turn it off immediately.
Space Patrol Luluko is precious. It's pretty nice. I genuinely like it. But that is a deeply like fan of Studio Trigger kind of thing to watch.
Mhm.
It is I don't think you would ever watch it otherwise.
Luluko was
It is
just
stupid fun. It also references that weirdo, what's that weird animation they have? Sex and Violence with Mock Speed. It references that with such an... No, not Inferno Cop. It's such a niche, what is it even called? OVA? And they have an episode of this dedicated to it. It's probably the most attention that's ever gotten.
When people say Plastic Nissan, I don't know why, it always reminds me of Amagai Brilliant Park, which is not the same thing at all. But it's another one of those like really stupid fun shows.
Plastic Nissan is peak. What's up? Shame got canned. Oh man, this is sad. I missed part of the list. Are Yuru Yuri? Yuru Yuri I gave a 5, and honestly deserved. I don't like Yuru Yuri. I think it's kind of not good, if I'm being real, if I'm being 100%. Konosuba I gave a 6, deserved. Soul Eater I gave a 6. Maybe it's deserving of a 7, but I feel like that's probably accurate. And then I have some here that I dropped that I don't have with the rest of them. Shuni Byo Dimo Koi ga Shitai. I don't know what I can't remember what the English name for that is. I gave a 6. Panty and Stocking I gave a 6. I know it's like Trigger Core. I didn't like it that much. It's like, it's too crude. It goes too hard.
That one
Off
is
that.
all.
It like, and I like, you know, some jokes of this sort, but like this goes way, way too far. I feel
Yeah.
like. I do really like that when they defeat the bosses in it, though, it cuts to a stop motion explosion. That's awesome.
This man said he didn't watch anime. Maybe he doesn't watch new anime.
I dropped these. This doesn't count, okay? This means I watched a few episodes, said not for me. Let's see. Seiwayaki Kitsune no Sinko-san, I gave a 6. Blind S, I gave a 5. I think I only made it to 2 episodes of that. Batum, I gave a 5. Gabriel Dropout, 5. Watashi ga motinai no wa do kage timo omar araga warui, 5. It's the one with the girl that's awkward. You know what I'm talking about. Darling in the Franxx is a 4. The worst thing Trigger's ever produced.
Oh my gosh, Darling in the Franxx is
Aramanga
awful.
Sensei is a 2. Wow, I liked it. Damn, shame that your taste sucks, brother. Aramanga is peak. I'm sorry. I think I got pranked into watching that as well. Franxx is mid, absolutely. All right. The anime discussion is... That's the entire list. I have nothing else. That's everything I've ever seen.
now we know. Now you guys can.
Fool.
We know which anime you can ask him about.
Is the apex of ecchi anime culture. It is so shameless that it's actually insane.
Didn't watch Franxx. Franxx wasn't clever, but it was a fun ride.
The animation was cool. The characters I kind of hated, and it was
Yeah, there was no one who was likable.
There's no one like. It is the anti-Little Witch Academia where the plot maybe has some holes, but every character is so lovable that you can't help but like it.
Yeah,
Frank's more like.
I think they were trying to cook. They're like, oh, we're gonna be the next Evangelion. We have, you know, random, really loud character, and then guy who doesn't think he fits in with everyone and doesn't think he deserves this.
Yeah. Nah.
At least
nah.
they missed out on the random Christian symbols.
They should never have tried to remake Evangelion. That's not.
No.
That ain't what you should be. What you should be aiming to recreate.
Why is the pilot 16 years old and doggy? Because brain development and all that.
Lots of slander, but also an equal amount of good taste. Okay, see, that's what I want to see. These are the kind of comments I want to see in chat. Anyone disagreeing with my opinion, I'll ban you instantly. Soffit, get to the banning.
Have you seen any so bad it's hilarious anime most people recommend? Ghost Stories. I haven't.
Oh, I've actually seen Ghost Stories.
I haven't seen
It's hilarious.
in its entirety. I just know the funny parts.
Okay, but it actually is like worth watching the dub through. I'd say around like it peaks around like episode 12 or so. It peaks around whatever the rabbit episode is. I don't think it ever gets better than that. There's definitely good moments past that point, but they start getting so like they start running out of jokes toward the end for sure.
Yeah. I love that they just went crazy though. They're like, okay, this anime isn't gonna make any money. Just do whatever you want.
Do whatever the hell you want, man. We don't care as long as it sells. And man, did they deliver.
Yes.
It was like an abridged series before a bridge series.
Yes. The rabbit episode, yeah.
It is banger after banger. Every moment of that episode is hilarious. And a lot of the ones before that, like, yeah, there's like, you know, you can find the YouTube, but there's a lot that doesn't make it really funny.
Yeah. There's a lot of conjecture around the original JP release of Ghost Stories and whether or not it actually did flop or not to prompt the American dub.
It didn't like hard flop in Japan. It's just that the American audience did not have the same hook as the Japanese one did, I think is what it was. Because it was like based on a popular set of stories in Japan, but it required some context of either that media or some cultural thing, and they were like, nah. At some point it got into the dub's hand, and they're like, ah, whatever.
They really said, F it, we'll do it live.
No one knew Japanese folklore in 2000. I think that might actually be it.
Probably.
Like nowadays, people know what a yokai is.
Yeah.
I don't think they knew that.
Then it was like the most popular thing was like Oron High Host Club, maybe.
Ugh. That one wasn't on the list, but I did watch 2 episodes of it, 2 out of 10.
No, I love Host Club.
Oh, are you a Host Club enjoyer?
I enjoy it. It's not like my favorite anime, but I think it's really fun.
Okay, I'm not woman enough to like this, and I don't pull that excuse that often. It's just the fact, okay?
Well, you even did
He
the
hates girls
pregnancy
with short
simulator.
hair. Nero, you pulled out the one woman in that show. I'm not gonna watch dudes act gay for 22 minutes for the 1 minute a woman being cute, okay? There's every anime in existence where it's full of cute girls. Why would I watch the one with a bunch of dudes?
You know what? Valid. That's very valid.
I have my choice here.
It's like when men pick a woman as their video game like fighter. It's because they don't want to see a guy's behind. They want to see a woman's behind.
Yeah, exactly. That's a pro strat. That's a genuine strat.
Yes.
Or they're telegraphing their inner desires. One of the two.
That could be, yeah. True, I knew it. I could read this chat like a book.
Fellows, is it gay to play male characters in video?
Yes. Also, female characters are smaller, so have better hitbox.
Oh, the old hitbox excuse. That's a classic. That's a classic one.
Dudes at Gay Club sounds like if Cult took over Backstream for a day. You're not wrong.
Wait, by 2000s it was the VHS era, Sailor Moon, DBZ, Pokemon. That's true, that's true. A snake's butt. Fellas, is it gay if you get a solid steak for Solid Snake while playing the hit Metal Gear Solid games? Me, whenever I see
Look, they didn't have to give him so much cake.
They knew what you were gonna be looking at for most of the game, so it's fine.
The dev was like, if I have to look at it, I'm gonna make it pleasing to the eye.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid.
Same with Ryan Reynolds. Oh yeah, the Deadpool suit.
That's true. They got him caked up in that for some reason.
They do. It's like, you know, he's in everything but her face. They should have given Snake more cake. I don't think it could be any rounder. Question for Whoa, favorite ice cream flavor?
I was gonna say, let's see. Birthday cake is always a banger, but it is sugar bomb. I am a big fan of butter toffee as well. Chocolate mint is a classic that too many people hate on because they're cowards.
No comment.
Oh, what? You gotta tell me you like Oron Club and you also hate chocolate mint?
I don't like mint.
Your taste is in shambles.
I don't like mint.
Why do you not like mint?
I don't know. It makes my mouth feel cold.
It's ice cream.
No, the mint.
She hates dog. I
No,
can't believe you hate mint.
I like mint Castella. I use
guys,
like
clip she hates mint. Clip her saying I hate mint. And send it to Mint right now.
Don't do
She'll
that.
literally
No,
cry
I'm
tears.
supposed to have mint on here eventually. Don't clip
Chocolate mint's
it.
not terrible, but once in a lifetime is enough. What do you mean once in a lifetime?
See?
What is wrong with you? I bet you're not a butter toffee.
I like butter toffee. I like toffee.
Do you like hang on, wait. What's a banger ice cream flavor? Okay, see, my perspective
butter.
on what is typical good ones is skewed because there's a local ice cream place that makes really good stuff.
I like peanut butter ice cream.
Peanut butter cup. Ooh, baby. Got the
Yes.
chocolate and a peanut butter. Oh, it's going hard.
I just love peanut butter.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. When are you getting your dog alt outfit for your peanut butter? Hell, wait, chocolate mint is goated unless you're a child. See, Nero spitting facts.
Nero, I have the food taste of a child, okay? I'm not afraid to admit it. I eat like a 9-year-old.
What are foods you don't like? What are foods you don't like?
Let me preface, is that how you say preface this?
Yeah.
By, I'm allergic to meat. I'm also
Okay,
allergic
well,
to
don't say you
shellfish.
don't like it then. It should be stuff you don't like, not stuff you're allergic
I don't like
to.
vegetables.
What do you eat?
Fake chicken nuggets.
Oh no, she's soyed up, bros. How are you throwing the weighted blanket when you're on this soy-heavy diet?
I also eat a lot of cookies, I guess.
Oh my gosh, this is This is toddler core. What are you talking about? You cannot just eat fake chicken nuggets and cookies. What is like, okay, what was the last meal you ate today?
Okay, I had mushroom soup. But I had to blend blend all the mushrooms so I couldn't see them. Because I don't like the texture.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So it was of completely like no texture at all?
I mean, I made bread for it.
Okay.
I made focaccia.
Okay. You made bread. Okay, you know, you're getting some points back. You're getting some points back for actually, and focaccia is really good bread.
Oh, I made roasted garlic butter to put on top.
Oh my gosh. You can cook then. You're a picky eater?
Yeah, I'm a really picky eater. I spend like 90% of my time in the kitchen baking.
You can cook this kind of fare, but you don't eat anything.
I mean, I discovered this thing, it's called a chopped cheese. I'd never heard of this before. It's like, so I used Beyond Meat, and then I made like ground up fake meat, and then you put like an ungodly amount of cheese in it. And then I made tater tots to go with it.
Wait, you made tater tots from scratch?
Maybe.
Okay, that one I won't fault you for not making from scratch, because I was gonna be genuinely impressed if you did.
No, I do sometimes, but I was short on time today.
That's fine. That, you know, you're eating like a toddler, but you're making the toddler food like the trad wives on TikTok do. So I feel like you gain a little bit of credibility back.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta respect
I'm very
grind.
trad wife coded.
You're like, yes, we're eating chicken nuggies and mac and cheese, but I made it all from scratch. So it's like,
exactly.
Can we really hate?
That's exactly what I'm like.
Pink woman trad wife, yeah. Homemade dino nuggies. I've made dino nuggies before. You gotta mince the chicken to mad shape them though. Yeah,
I just buy the fake chicken nuggets. If I want to, I'll make like a tofu steak or like.
Well, you can't eat tofu like a steak. It absorbs the flavor, everything around it.
You marinate it. You have to.
Okay.
I marinate it, so I freeze it, and then I defrost it, so all the water automatically comes out of it, and it also changes the texture. And then you marinate it overnight, and you could do whatever with it. You could grill it. You could bread it and fry it. I like to make curry with it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, you just eat a steak, like steak and potatoes, but it's a big loaf of tofu. Okay, no, with a curry, that's really probably pretty good.
Curry is really good.
Curry kind of kicks, not gonna lie. A good, I'm assuming you mean a Japanese curry. I'm assuming, yeah, weeaboo standards here.
Oh.
But yeah, that's my favorite one. So.
No, I make Indian curry too. I like spicy food.
Yeah, I made Indian curry and Thai curry and such, but Japanese curry is tasty. I have a custom spice mix that I have blended up just for it.
Oh, nice.
And it's very good.
I just, whatever's in the cabinet. I have a little rack that spins with all the spices on it, and I turn it.
Oh yeah, I have a giant spice rack. It's 7 foot tall that I built it myself.
Oh, dang,
it's got
nice.
So many jars in it. I have a pretty good spice collection, especially like I've always been into cooking, but during 2020, I kind of went because I couldn't do hardly anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I did smoke most of them, but that's besides the point. Wow,
You smoked your spice?
I had a stream called Smoking the Herbs in the Spice Cabinet.
Oh no.
And then I ranked them. I still have the ranking here somewhere.
Do you like shakshuka? I'm not a huge fan of this sounds really dumb. I love ketchup, but I'm not a tomato sauce fan.
Oh my gosh. Shakshuka is so good. Okay, hang on. What about Miniman? Miniman is a less tomato heavy shakshuka, essentially.
I've never heard of Miniman.
Please make Miniman and Turkish pide bread. It's so good.
Wait,
damn good.
Turkish pita? Do you mean like malawak? Or is this a pita I'm missing out on?
It is okay, I'll describe what it looks like. It's like 3 centimeters thick, and it's in a big circle. So it's not like a flat, pita bread. It is I'm probably pronouncing it wrong.
Is it
it's
called
a pide
bazlama?
bread. I can't remember. There's a lot of breads from that region. I can't remember.
Yeah,
It's a thick bread.
They have a lot of different breads. This is pretty thick.
This is a thick, it has egg in it. It's very spongy and like not tough, but it's because it's real like springy, but you have to like really tear it.
Oh,
It has,
the
it's
egg
the perfect
boat.
texture for dipping.
The-
Yeah.
I know the egg boat. I thought that was Georgian. Middle East do be dumping out bread recipes.
So Minimin is Turkish, so that's where I'm getting the association. And I know that this is what they eat. Yes, it has yogurt on top, Iron Saint. You brush it with yogurt before baking. The Middle East do be pumping out bread recipes like there's no tomorrow. I've made a lot of Middle Eastern bread recipes. They vary pretty greatly.
Oh, I make a lot of bread.
Yeah, there's a lot of... I've made so much breads. I used to do it more often. I used to make... At like the beginning of every week, I would bake bread.
Oh, I make bread the end of every week.
Oh, so you have it for the next week?
Yeah. I usually bake it on like Fridays so you can have brunch on Saturday.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. See, then I started streaming. Now I'm not a trad wife anymore. I'm not making my weekly
lost his
bread
trad
and
wife
like
status.
I used to do a full-on meal every single night because I love cooking. But now I don't have time to cook this giant meal every time. So I don't do it as often.
That's
It's
why
so
I
sad.
stream
I've
later
really
at
lost
night. Or like sometimes I'll stream in the middle of the day at like 12, but I don't have a job, so I can kind of have the flexibility.
Yeah. I'm locked into the work schedule, unfortunately.
If you don't work weekends, I don't know if you do, you can, you know...
I don't work weekends.
Make bread in the morning and then have it for
But I'm
lunch.
also like... I work all day and then I stream until bedtime and then I edit and then I get 5 hours of sleep and then I repeat for 4 more days and I'm like, yeah, do I feel like waking up at the crack of dawn Saturday morning to make bread? Not really.
I mean, you don't have to do a crack of dawn. A lot of times I just do it at like 12 and then I have bread by like 3.
I'll still do it occasionally, but I definitely have to do because it's like, you know, you gotta make it and then you mess up your kitchen and you gotta clean the kitchen again and like I feel like I don't have the energy on
Oh, I throw it all in my KitchenAid.
I mean, so do I, but like that's still stuff you have to clean.
Yeah, but it's like 2 minutes to clean a KitchenAid bowl and throw everything else in the dishwasher.
I mean, yeah, sure. I throw the whole KitchenAid bowl in the dishwasher. It works pretty well.
You're not supposed to put that in the dishwasher.
Why? Are you sure?
Yes.
It's stainless steel.
It doesn't matter. No KitchenAid part is supposed to go in the dishwasher.
That's not true. You've been propagandized.
No.
You're thinking of the aluminum kind.
They're coated in a special grease.
Well, these are like 20-something years old. They have not been coated in grease.
Oh, okay. That's...
These are very, very old. I have a kit from like the early 90s.
Oh, yeah, I saved up for when I got it like a few years ago. It's blue.
Okay, yeah. Well, if you get a newer one, that's good to know, because I didn't know that.
Yeah, some of them have like a special coating on them, and they're covered, the pieces have a special grease inside of it.
You have grease inside the stainless?
It's not inside the bowl itself, it's inside like the hook or the paddle.
Interesting. I've not heard of this. That's very odd.
Yeah, it's kind of like the new thing they're doing. But they also just like, if you ever open the top of a new KitchenAid, there's just a thick block of grease in there. It keeps it working.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, I've had to take mine apart and grease it once before. So that makes sense. Yeah, also, yeah, I advocate for buying old ones from a yard sale. You can get them from Facebook Marketplace for $50.
Dang.
And they work as well as the new ones. It's a great hustle.
I paid $350 for mine.
Yeah, if you get a new one. The new ones, you know, they look cute. They're in cool colors and stuff.
Yeah, I have a blue one.
But man. Oh, yeah. Okay, that looks great on the counter, I'm sure. But if you're in a pinch,
it's so pretty.
They've made them the same way since like the 70s.
I like colors.
Man,
like Mr. Soffit says. I wanted the pink one. They didn't have the pink one anymore. So I had to settle for blue.
You seem like one of the women that would have the Stanley Cups. Have you seen those now?
No, I would
People
never have
really...
a Stanley Cup. That's $40 for a cup. I got 2 cold tech bottles from Costco for 20 bucks. My water stays cold all day. It's amazing. 40 ounces. I have to refill it twice a day. That's it.
New ones are made to break in a few years. They have nylon gears in them, which may eventually wear out. Nylon's pretty tough. I know people are like, oh, it's plastic, but it'll be pretty good, honestly. That being said, you can buy stainless gears for like 20 bucks and swap them out, and then it'll last forever. Everything else is pretty much the same in the KitchenAids.
Yeah, I'll probably have, if it ever breaks, I'll just have my dad fix it. He's also an engineer.
Oh yeah, he'll know what's up then.
Yeah. He literally, like, I went outside the other day. He was out there for a while. I'm like, what is he up to? Man's out there building a fence.
Yes. Like, oh, I need to do one of those.
It's such a dad move to just disappear for a few hours and then be like, hey, come see the fence.
Father behavior. It's true. I feel like it's just a guy thing. Like, I know for me particularly, I don't like planning to do things in advance, like projects like that. But if I wake up on a Saturday and I'm particularly motivated, I'll be like, all right, time to build a deck. This is what we're doing today.
Deck? Oh, that's already done.
You already go do it. Yeah, exactly.
He's got the deck.
Because he woke up one Saturday.
He built my mom a gazebo.
My dad also built a gazebo.
Yeah.
There's something about that generation of dudes. They were obsessed with the gazebos.
I know. No, my mom wanted a gazebo because she wanted to spend like more time outside once the weather warms up, and I garden out there sometimes. So she's like, oh, I just want a nice place to sit outside.
It's it's pretty good. I think she's on that Anne of Green Gables grind set, getting the fancy Jezeboo out by the courtyard and the arboretum.
Yeah, gotta be able to look into the woods and stare Mothman in the face.
Yes. Oh, you live in Mothman territory? Excellent.
I live in cryptid territory for sure.
I grew up in the Mothman territory, so
nice.
I've long since lived in his gaze.
Have you ever seen him? Any Mothman encounters?
No, but I had friends who claimed they saw Mothman. Also, there's definitely some freaky shit in the woods. Anyone who has ever been outside in the woods at night
Oh heck yeah!
knows that there's something hiding out there.
I know. I live in the woods. I will not keep the curtains open past sunset.
There's like, I don't know. I knew a lot of people who had seen some strange creatures. Though it's never Mothman. It's always deer standing on their hind legs.
Oh, not deer.
Away. Not deer.
That's the not deer.
I've not heard of this.
I know a lot about cryptids. Not deer are flesh-eating deer that disguise themselves as deer. But their hallmark is that they stand on their legs and walk like a human. So they're not deer.
Ivana's like, the scariest cryptid here is tornadoes.
God. Oh no, that's not even a cryptid. That's tangible.
What are you talking about? The not deer is definitely tangible. I believe in sightings.
I believe in the sightings. I've heard people talk about them. The theory about it is that it's actually just a deer with rabies.
Yeah, but my actual theory is that deer can just walk and they decide not to.
You know what? That's a great theory. The deer just choose not to.
It's only when they think no one's... these cryptid things, they get a little too ambitious with the flesh eating. I merely think the deer wants to be able to stand on its hind legs. But that's just a deer.
It's like, I'm tired of bending over, Barbara. You can't, Clark. Think of the humans. I can't do this anymore.
They don't want to expose themselves by standing up. They're being modest around us. It's a kindness.
No, literally. Wildcats are bad to encounter alone. Our wildcat population is decimated. There's only been like 3 or 4 sightings in the last 10 years.
I've seen bears while in the woods. Those are
bears are so common. Black bears are scaredy cats.
Yeah, they won't come after you. Brown bears are where you gotta worry, but they ain't around where I live.
Mom had a fun encounter. It was some guy standing outside her window looking in, left footprints in the snow. Oh yeah, that happens.
That's alarming.
When you live out in the middle of the woods, we have just people like randomly come onto our property. Had a guy try to camp here. Had people like try to steal the car because they think the house is abandoned because it's in the middle of the woods.
Oh my gosh, wait, have I ever told this. I can't remember if I've told this story on stream. I've told so many wacky stories from growing up because I grew up in the absolute sticks in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I've told so many wacky stories, and sometimes I think that I've told one because it's so like tellable, but I actually haven't. Have I told? Okay, hang on. What is? How do I ask this? Can you call someone a midget in current year, or is that considered offensive?
I do not know.
Okay, we'll say small. You still can. Okay, I'll play it safe here though. Okay, anyway, so me and the bros. This was like a few years ago. This was my brother's bachelor party. Instead of going to Vegas or whatever. All his groomsmen had literally no money because they lived in the middle of nowhere. So we just went out in the woods and we camped. Us and the bros camped.
Love that.
With a ludicrous quantity of firearms, and we were like, "Hey,
heck yeah,
let's go into the woods at night. It'll be really fun. We'll try to find Mothman." And so they started slinging around the bandoliers, and we set out on the Mothman hunt.
Snipe hunt.
We were walking around, carrying on, and then we heard a running in the brush. We all stopped.
Oh no.
Shining the flashlights around. What could this possibly be? It was near the bottom edge of the property. We were like half a mile in, and everyone starts getting scared. We're like, dude, what? Like, because that was not like a deer. That was not a thing. And then this dude who's like 2 foot tall comes running out of the bush.
Oh my god.
And we're like, wait, who are you? And then my brother's like, oh, he's the neighbor. What are you doing on our property? And he, I got lost again. I gotta go back. I can't see the property line. They're like, get out of here. You're trying to poach us again. So he had to run back home. But it was a surreal experience.
Oh my gosh.
Because I didn't know who this person was. And it scared the crap out of all of us when he came out of the bush.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
And I was like, this is the most backwoods ass story to ever tell anyone, but it's very fun.
No, I love that. That is so funny. 'Cause we don't get that kind of thing. Like the neighbors are very far.
Oh yeah, well this was near the edge of the, and the other neighbors rented out some sublets for like people to set up mobile homes on. So I think it was one of those guys.
Oh, so he was really lost.
That's hilarious. No, he comes on our property trying to push animals. He's up to no good. This bastard cannot be trusted.
We have that issue too. They want to hunt the deer. I
got the rundown on him afterward. He was like, "No, he definitely."
Yeah, we get deer poachers around here too, outside of hunting season.
Yeah, they're a big hazard. It's like, dude, you're decimating the population.
And they're also,
bad.
Shooting firearms onto people's property.
On your land when you're not in Blaze Orange. It's a active hazard.
Yeah. Please get off the property with your big shotgun. There's no deer here.
Please be gone.
Gone.
Oy, oy.
I'm glad the story ended with a short person and not like Mothman.
Yeah, the Mothman would be less believable, but I still feel like this is a story you can't tell people without them thinking it's fake. It's too weird.
No, it's too weird to be made up.
It's too obscure. If he had done something silly, it'd be a better story.
Yeah, like if he had come out wearing a clown costume, then I would have been like, okay, that's not true.
Now we can't get this. He said they're after me, Lucky Charms. Now he's He said he was looking for his pot of gold. Hey, oh wait, have you seen the video of the guys looking for con? Do you know this video? It's a bunch of dudes in Alabama. It's like a whole town and like doing word about a leprechaun spotting. Have you seen this?
I have not.
Okay, hang on 1 second. You should show this to the class. This is very funny, trust me. Hang on, do you guys know what this is? Homies, do you know what I'm talking about?
Do you guys know?
On. Look, I search leprechaun. It says leprechaun in Alabama is like the first thing that comes up. This is like one of the greatest. When they say this amateur sketch, I fucking lose my mind. You don't have to watch this on stream, but you gotta watch this at some point. Or you're missing out.
I'm not gonna watch it on stream just because I like to usually watch things first before I show them to people.
Yeah.
But I'll
Understandable.
copy the link so other people could see it.
I will make other people watch this on my stream eventually, if I remember.
There we go. You guys can watch that if you want to.
Watch this. This is required watching for Leprechauns.
It's homework now.
This is very quotable. This is a very quotable move. I always make people watch. I say I don't do reaction content, and then sometimes I'll be like, I reference something. I'll be like, oh wait, you guys need to watch this.
That almost had us do a full God's Gang watch along unprompted. That's true. She was.
See, Bat does the same thing.
In the middle of a stream, and then she pulled up this random Twitter, and she's like, "Have you heard of God's Gang?" And it's like this rapping group of like a Buddhist, a Jew, a Hindu, a Christian.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. I need to look that up. I've never heard of this. That's awesome.
They all have combat names. It was hilarious. The ninja, yeah, the ninja. I was trying to remember that.
That cannot be real.
No,
That cannot be something they decided was a good idea.
It is. The Christian is crisscross.
Crisscross. This is amazing. I cannot believe that exists. It's very real and not a parody.
It's so real.
Have you seen the God's Hype Man video?
No, I've never heard of that.
He's yelling, Jesus Christ! And then he says, shoes of peace, stomping the enemy. And it's the funniest thing ever.
I have not.
He's like this big muscular dude on a stage in front of a bunch of people. I don't know what the context is. Anyway, I'll stop talking about random videos you haven't seen because that's weird out of context.
It's okay.
Hang on, you have any more questions?
I actually ran out of questions.
Oh, okay. I was afraid you had ones that you had cooked up and I was distracting everyone by going off.
No, I think I asked most of them. Oh, actually, what's your, you started streaming. What was your motivation to start streaming?
Oh, okay. So I did edits before I started streaming.
Mm-hmm.
I did video for people. And I started doing video edits because I got injured. I got injured in a cycling accident and I couldn't walk for like 6 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
So I was laying around and I was watching a bunch of streams and I was like, these really bring me some peace in my time of boredom. And when I was stressed about the injury and stuff, I was like, I should show some appreciation. And then I was like, but mama didn't raise no simp, so I'm not giving them money. You know what I'll do? I know how to do video editing because I learned it ages ago when I was like in middle school. So I dusted off Vegas Pro and I explains the lack of legs exactly. Dust off Vegas Pro and I started making edits for some of the people that I was watching. I did like a Karagi edit. I did a Morco edit, was my second one. I think I did one on a V-Temp, who's now son of a bun.
That's really cute.
I did several people. And then I started becoming well known as this like a pretty decent editor who does like the edits were really shit posty too, which I think adds a lot to the fun. I tried to add a lot of character into them and there weren't just like normal clips. They were like proper like full on edits. I had animations in them by the end.
Your edits are legendary, and now he has them unlisted.
They're unlisted in a playlist that's public though. You can just go on playlist. All the old edits.
Show over.
I made sure to have old fan edits be its own independent playlist where you can go and watch any of them. But it was due to it being all my own stuff now that I removed these from the public listing because so that people weren't wondering what they were there for. I guess I could relist them. They're not top in the list. Anyway, though, so I became well known for doing the edits, and I made friends in these different communities, and I kind of wanted to stream like from early on. Like I think it was like 2021. I was like, which was when I started editing, I was like, oh, I could actually stream. I'd like that would kind of be fun, you know? But I was like, no, because there's only like, I was like one of the only editors at the time. There was like one other fan editor in the specific circle of people I watched. Yeah. And I was like, we have an influx of 2-view males and a lack of editors. They don't need another dude streaming. So I just did editing for a year. But eventually I had several friends who were like, oh, you should try it out though. You should try it out. You should try editing, or you should try streaming. And so I was like, I think it was watching Popito Games stream his editing process. I was like, oh, I can just stream myself editing. Then it's a little bit of both worlds. I can still keep the edits going. Yeah. And so when I started, that's what I did. I would do an editing or an animation stream every single week. I did 3 streams a week. It would be Monday would be an editing stream. Tuesday would be some kind of variety content. And then Thursday would be either a cooking stream or a Blender stream. That was like the schedule.
And you just blended stuff?
No. Blender is a 3D editor. It's an animator.
Oh.
It's 3D animations or like model making.
Okay, I understand now.
It's worth noting.
I thought you were pulling like a Navi and blending the Big Mac.
No, I did do a Blender stream where I blended things, but that was much later.
Okay. I
was very dedicated to keeping up my schedule of putting out a new video every week because I'd kept that up for a year. So while streaming, still trying to do like the edits, but I could tell the edits weren't doing as well. Or like they not doing as well. They weren't as good as they were before because I wasn't able to go all on them. Because like I was focusing more on the streams, and I had some streams that really were fun to do and did really well, and people liked them a lot. I remember the Doodle speedrun streams, I think were like, that was kind of the beginning of the kind of content that I do now, where it was just like, I speed ran doodles. So I would spin a wheel, get like the name of a draw it as fast as I could on a sheet of paper, and then chat would vote on whether we destroyed it or not. And if it was destruction, I'd like either burn it or shoot it with an airsoft gun. It was like...
So it was chaos from the beginning.
Yeah, that was like the beginning. That was like the first chaos stream. And people were like, what the hell is this? This is... And I was like, yeah, that's... And so then I was like, yeah, I want to provide... I think it was that... I did my first like robot build thing. Yeah. In like October 2022 or so. I hadn't really defined what kind of content I was going to do yet. I was still trying to like figure it out. And I did the robot one, but I do electronic streams occasionally, but they were always debuff streams. Like people did not like them as much as the other ones. So but I still wanted to do some.
Yeah.
And I kept that up for a while.
Safa,
what are you gonna say?
Safa had a question, sorry. Did you know you were gonna do science project streams when you started?
No. Because as I said, what I was about to say is that when I started doing electronic streams, they were not liked. They would always, less people would show up for them. People wouldn't really chat during them. They were more niche. It was like, I did them only because I like to do them, and a few people really liked them. But they were less popular than anything else. Yeah. Even like than the editing streams. So eventually, I think it was when the new year rolled over, I basically said, okay, the edits aren't as good as they used to because I'm focusing more on streaming. And honestly, I'm having a lot more fun streaming.
Mhm.
So 2023, I'm just gonna go all out. I'm not gonna upload any more edits. I'm just gonna try to do as good at streaming as I can. So I ditched the editing and I ditched having recurring streams, and I said, no, we're gonna do 3 streams a week, and every stream is going to be a special stream.
Mhm.
It's not gonna be like no filler content. That was the goal. So I started in January, and there was a lot of like arts and crafts kind of stuff and some making stuff. And then around March, I did the ball zapper stream, which was like the proto chat controlled electronics stream.
Yeah.
And I realized, okay, wait, there's a way to spin electronics that makes it fun when you add chat control, a chat interaction. And then I started, that was around like late March. Then I did a chat controlled robot using like the same tech. And then I did like, let's see, it was around that time I was doing these robotic stuff and I was like, I need more space to do this. So I spent a couple weekends cleaning the whole basement out and emptying it out and moved all my stuff down here to the basement so I could actually have space to build electronics projects. Because I was like, okay, I think so. That was around the time where I was like, I think the science stuff can actually like be entertaining here. So
I did. Could work.
Yeah, maybe the science could work. Also, this was the time when I started posting Twitter clips, and they were doing really well, or like compared to what stuff on Twitter typically did for me. I remember like the Twitter clips. So moved down to the basement. I was like, okay, now I can start doing more elaborate things. I had all this space. I think I bought uranium and built a Geiger counter. I remember I did that. That was like the beginning of doing the stuff that's more like what I do now.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking the Twitter clips were doing really well, and people were like starting to catch on that I was changing my content to this from them. Because I was like, ooh, this got 100 likes on Twitter. Ooh, this doing numbers. Oh, baby. You know, not to brag, I'm a bit of a niche internet micro celebrity. This thing's almost 50 likes. And then I did the cooking bot, and it got like 2,000 likes and seen by a ton of people, and that like launched me to basically solidified in my content as this is what I'm making.
Yeah.
And it's the thing that I like making more than anything else I'd done on stream. Like, incidentally, the hobby I've done for 2 decades has now like become the thing that is also what people like to see the most.
That's
is
great.
A very, very lucky coincidence.
No, it's really awesome because, you know, a lot of streamers, they stream, and I'm not calling anyone out or saying anything about content, but a lot of people stream the same thing, you know? You got like the game of the month and whatever's popular and, you know, all that. And then you've got, I am gonna blow something up in my basement.
It's a very, like, say what you want about my streams, you can sell them very easily to the type.
Yeah, I've told my dad about your streams, actually.
People have told me that they tell their dad.
Yeah, I told my dad.
Professors
I'm like,
or something.
This guy's also an engineer. And my dad's impression was, sounds about right. I showed him your mac and cheese bath.
The mac and cheese bath, you know, we're a little off the beaten path. I'm a bit of a variety streamer, but we still do mostly engineer stuff.
Engineer behavior.
That was like the beginning. Oh man, once I figured out that I could do science stuff, that was like when it all started clicking together. The stuff started getting less random, because I tried all sorts of things. It was a lot of like arts and crafts stuff, cooking stuff, trying to like integrate challenges and whatever.
Yeah. And
then figuring out, oh wait, okay, hang on. We can make this interesting and people actually like it. Yeah, this is my wheelhouse. I've trained literally my entire life for this.
I've been preparing my whole life for this moment.
When did the Science Man design happen? Okay, wait, that's actually a good question, because I don't know if I've ever said. So I actually decided to add the lab coat in like October 2022. It was earlier than I started doing science content because I secretly wanted to try to figure out how to do science stuff. Like, I wasn't doing it yet, and I knew that people didn't like it as much when I did it at that time, but I knew that I wanted to pivot into doing more tech-focused things. And when I started the new year, I did do a lot of tech-focused stuff. But that was why I changed the design.
Uwo really said, I'm gonna do science, gosh darn it.
Yeah, that's why I said that's to be liked the most, because that was kind of what I geared to.
Mm-hmm. I think it's really cool. I learned a lot from your streams that I don't think I would have otherwise ever known.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like about how fast potassium nitrate burns.
The nitrate doesn't burn that much on its own. It's got to have the fuel to really metabolize it. But you know, or not metabolize it, you know the word. Anytime I say a word wrong, someone's like, you have described the thing wrong, streamer. Now you must perish. I will say, I am like the least particular engineer. Maybe that's helped me here, because if you're particular like this, the way I do projects would just be like torture. It's I rush through stuff to get it done.
This sounds like really weird, but your content is like peak man behavior, if that makes sense.
It's so man-coded, it's unreal.
This is like all I need is a shovel and a backyard kind of content, and I love it.
I'm trying to combine the, I mean, that's just how I am. I've always preferred quick and dirty projects to long, methodical, like correctly done projects.
Yeah.
Cleaning the stuff up is not the part of the project I like. It's the part I always did because you have to.
You have to.
And now I don't even have to do it. I can just bang something out in one evening. And it's nice.
You can make whatever in one evening. You have an idea, you can make it.
Oh, it's so much nicer than YouTube doing streaming too. I've tried to do YouTube content in the past years ago. I mean, throughout the years, I've tried to do different kind of YouTube content. I've had a bunch of channels that I've tried to do. Some of those YouTube videos have gotten a lot of, but I never really built a community around it or anything. Because like, I used to, it's down now because it'll dox me, but my Micro Mouse video had like 100,000 views when I made that for competitive Micro Mouse. But it's like, there weren't people who were just itching to follow me to see more Micro Mouse content.
Yeah.
The quantity over quality is like a legitimate better to have. I prefer being because like, okay, if a YouTube video, right? If you invest in an idea on a YouTube video and it doesn't hit, you're like, well, there was a month of work.
Yep.
Stream doesn't hit. All right, try again tomorrow.
Try again tomorrow.
The expectation is lower because you're putting out so much.
Yeah.
And you're just there to have fun. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Exactly. Like I tried YouTube videos as well. And it was just, it was so much work. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I want to do this. Because I did like a thing with my roommate where we backpacked throughout Europe, and I was like, I'm going to travel vlog this.
Sick.
I'm gonna make videos and post to YouTube once a week. I think
if you want those to be good, it's a lot of work.
I think I posted one video in the during the entire trip.
Like while you're doing stuff, you're constantly thinking about how to film it and like changing around to get different shots and stuff. Like
yes.
You can't enjoy stuff normally.
You have to set up the shot. You have to refilm things. If you don't think you got the shot, you need to have B-roll. It's so much work.
I enjoy that kind of process. It's just like I don't like it for project stuff, I think. Because I've done I don't know, I made like stupid skits and stuff as a kid that were filmed like this. I did stuff in college. I worked with the film club or whatever to help them make their horrible skits.
Yeah.
And I did editing and stuff. I enjoy that, but oh man, it's I don't like doing it for projects.
Yeah, I agree. Even low effort content is still a lot of work and time. Yeah, even like just getting into a cosplay is minimum an hour of my time. For makeup and wig, and then putting all the parts on the cosplay. And then once I've done all that, I'm so tired already.
Yeah.
Like I feel.
Yeah, my streams take a lot to get ready as well. It's a bit.
Yeah, like I imagine yours is even more effort. Like I do all my bedtime stuff before stream. So like I brush my teeth and I wash my face and I do like Duolingo so I can keep my streak. And that's
nice.
That's the extent of my stream prep.
You're getting harangued by the bird. I can't believe this.
I am. I'm on almost a 1500-day streak now.
Oh my gosh.
He's holding me hostage.
Duolingo truly is good at keeping you on the grind for that that system. 1489
Nice.
streak. Lord.
It's like 5 years. Yeah, I'm trying to learn Japanese. It's okay. Going.
I've heard
okay.
Duolingo is pretty rough for learning Japanese, but I mean, you're at this many days, you're probably doing okay.
Yeah, I do 2 languages on it. I do my native language with it too, because I don't have anyone to speak to with my native tongue.
Oh.
So it's good for that.
That's a good one.
And then,
Nice.
but the grammar is always so wrong. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're telling me I'm wrong, but you're wrong.
See, this is why people say it's spotty with Japanese.
It doesn't surprise me that it is.
I guess knowing some is better than knowing none at all, though. And it's still making you do it every day.
Yeah, it's good. Also, learning languages is really, really good for memory recall later in life.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've never been good at learning languages.
They say,
Spot for me.
I don't know how true it is, but they say that, you know, the more languages you speak, the lower your odds are of getting dementia.
Oh, nice. I've never heard this. Duolingo is trash for all languages. Okay, but consider the bird is in that app and it's not in any of the other apps.
That's true. And have you seen their TikTok? Whoever does their marketing, genius.
Yeah, they have a guy in a giant bird suit around.
No, the comment section, that's where it's at. Oh my gosh. British tourism once commented, like, we love the bird app, and Duolingo replied, learn a language, colonizer.
What the fuck?
I was like, oh my god. Whoever runs it is unhinged.
They're going off after the British tourism. I can't believe this.
Their comments are so funny.
That's pretty great.
And they comment on other people's posts too. Like sometimes people will comment on the bird post like, it's my 300th day, can I see my family again? And Duolingo will reply with, no, make it 510. I love whoever does that.
It's too late for you.
It is. Well, I paid $200 for a lifetime of Babbel? Why would you pay for an app?
You paid $200 for an app?
JC, get a refund right now.
Okay, wait, I paid $50 for an app though.
That's not
So I guess I
200.
can't talk. That's true. I paid that for my wallet app, which I use, so it actually is worth it.
I researched it. It's better. If it's so good, why aren't you using it?
I paid $199 and got
Every language
Stone
the
forever.
Rosetta Stone. He can see
Okay,
rocks.
hang on. I did Rosetta Stone when I was a kid to help me learn Spanish, and let me tell you, it was like more than that just for 1 year.
Oh, I just had my grandpa call me stupid in Portuguese until I picked it up.
The speech recognition technology in the 2000s, it was lacking a lot compared to modern day. I can tell you that right now.
Also did a Rosetta Stone as a kid for Japanese. I think it set me back in learning the language.
Did it make you worse?
Possibly.
It made me better at Spanish. I'll give it that. It's pretty good for that.
Do you still remember any Spanish?
¿Cómo estás?
Nice. Most of the stuff I remember are the curse words.
I need to learn Spanish because there's a lot of people in my chat that speak it, and it'd be funny to whip out occasional phrases. Guys, can you teach me some funny phrases that aren't swears or offensive?
I mostly know Portuguese.
Oh,
I can teach.
that's like Brazil Spanish, though. That's kind of close.
Yeah, it's Brazilian Spanish. just like occasionally drop a few Portuguese words just to confuse them.
I just keep saying these horrible things to see if you're gonna say anything to refute it, and you just let me get away with it. It's foul.
I'm a very head empty person. I won't refute most things.
You're gonna just let me call Portuguese.
I mean, technically it's evolved as its own language, but you should just occasionally drop like random Portuguese words like obrigado or like capoeira.
Obrigado.
Obrigado.
I can't do that like noise.
Oh,
the yeah, I can't roll.
It's a different language altogether. We don't even have the same grammar rules. It's true, Chilean.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's not the same at all.
But they're like right next to each other on the map. How could they not have the same rules?
He's gonna find your house and assassinate you.
Portuguese is literally right next to Spain. How could they have that different?
You're right next to the French Canadian.
Yeah, the French have similar language rules to English. And you know what? Who else we border? A place that speaks Spanish, which has pretty similar English, or pretty similar like language rules. Except for the gendering of nouns, I don't think there's that much different there.
This is true. Portuguese is different,
the French
though.
like don't pronounce half the word. English is a fake language. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, ours is well structured. Yeah, ours. Wait, are you a Spanish speaker or a Portuguese?
He's a Portuguese
What do they
speaker.
speak in Chile?
Chilean is actually Brazilian.
Oh, okay. Chile speaks the Brazil language. I see.
He speaks Brazil. Brazil mentioned.
Brazil mentioned. Imagine speaking Brazil. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me.
That's why instead of saying anything like fluently Portuguese, you should just pick up random words.
You already forgot who I am. I know who you... Wait, are you not actually Chilean?
No.
Wait, I know who you are, but I did. I thought he was actually Chilean. Hang on, wait.
You got...
What does Chile speak? Spanish. Oh, they don't speak Portuguese. Hang on, wait. What countries speak Portuguese?
Word of geese. Hero, thank you so much for
Portugal,
gifting
Brazil,
something, Hero.
Angola, Cabo Verde.
Oh, they speak Angolian.
Guinea-Bissau, Mozambique, Sao Tome, Principe, and East Timor all speaks Portuguese. Half of those aren't real? What do you mean aren't real? Oh wait, some of these are African countries.
Yeah, but Brazil also has an indigenous population which speak their own dialect.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Most people don't. Most people don't know they exist.
Who just tried to shoot me with a gun, by the way, that bastard? That rat bastard. It pulled the trigger, but it didn't go off.
That was definitely Chilean.
You got scammed, son. No, it was BFG, you bastard. You bastard, you rat bastard.
He's offended by the Portuguese.
Scammed. This is so sad.
Oh,
what made you agree to do this interview? I can't remember. I think I saw that Tenshi was pretty cool when they did the Moriko interview, and I was like, yeah, that'd be fun.
Thank you. I'm glad you thought I was cool. I personally cannot describe myself if people ask, so cool is a good word.
I realized I could come in here, a bunch of really stupid things and get away with it, and that was enough motivation for me to go do an interview.
Yeah. I just let, I let whatever happens here happen.
And that's part of the charm, right? Of the...
Yeah, there's no real structure to this. It's like, oh, question? Oh, but what about other random thing that someone brought up that we're now going to talk about for the rest of the interview?
Yeah. This whole thing was a win as soon as you were yelling at Bad about him. I can't believe she ducked out after...
I can't believe she came in here.
Calling me too dumb.
I know someone snitched in the Discord.
Yeah, I know. I guarantee you, the Moriko's Discord mentions me more than my own Discord does. I think I feel like half the time I go, someone's mentioning something I did on stream.
Yeah, they mention a lot of other VTubers there. It's really nice.
Yeah, same for Tenshi. Yeah, you were mentioned there a lot too.
Yeah. I hang out there a lot though.
I mean, Moriko's Discord is the first VTuber Discord I ever joined. And also the only one, for a very long time, the only one I was active in at all.
It's the only one I feel comfortable talking in, even though I'm in a few of them. It's like the only place where everyone's like, okay, we don't care if you're mentally ill. Just
I come there to hang out with the bros. It's a great place.
Shin, why would you do that? Why would you say that?
Chatting in basement while streaming? You doing?
Not today, no. Not during interviews. Just sometimes I'm like, oh, fun. I remembered funny thing.
Grape does that too.
Yes, so does Colt. It's the ADHD trio.
There's a few like Discords that I really like chatting in regularly, and it's like still one of them. The only reason I don't chat in there as much now is because most of the time they're talking about video games and I have nothing to input. Yeah, when they're talking about video games, I don't say anything. Lately they're talking about Vor a lot, which I'm not really sure about. I'm not sure why they're going off. They have their moments, but all the bros are there.
Yeah.
It's a great place.
Hero, I was not in the basement during the getting ready. I was actually in George's stream. And that's because it was in the getting ready. Oh my gosh, I was in George's stream about an hour before, and everyone started yelling at me. They're like, don't you have a stream in an hour? Like, there's a whole hour.
I was at a stream like 10 minutes before you called me. I don't know what you're talking about.
See?
I was in a chat, sorry, not in a stream. It's a little bit different.
No, it's okay.
Now if I was on the stream, now it's a little bit different.
Yeah, I wasn't in the stream, but I was like chatting to George in the chat box. Herbungus.
We got George of the Jungle over here. Is he still here?
He is. He's here.
His name is funny.
His name is funny. He's a funny streamer. But JC pinged me at 7 p.m. He's like, shouldn't you be on stream now? And I started panicking. I was like, am I supposed to be live right now? Did I get my time wrong? I like ran to my calendar to check.
JC was like, don't worry, I'll leave a pinned message for what time the stream is at. He went in there, stream tonight. And then another message. Stream tonight 6:30. Then another message. Actually, stream tonight 8:30. It only took 3 attempts, but my man got it correct.
It's okay. I know time zone's confusing.
It can be a bit. Started streaming 7:16. Sent message at 7:18. Sad.
I did not. Why are you guys telling on me? I was not.
Ain't that just the way sometimes?
It is. They know everything. They're the ones teaching me stuff. Sometimes I'm like, what is this? And chat's like, I got you. And then I learned something I wish I never did.
Ain't that just the way? They do that a lot.
They do.
She made it a whole 2 minutes. Admirable.
Wait, Hero, I'm confused because when I was talking to like Uwo before stream, I didn't send anything in Discord. I sent the go live ping, and then that was it. Because we were just on the starting soon screen.
Yeah, do you want to get pinged during starting soon?
Yeah.
Did you really want to be here that early for this reason?
There were people hanging out here before I even started.
That's always fun, isn't it?
It's always really fun.
I always get happy when I'm about to stream and there's already people in the pre-stream chat. I'm like, oh baby, I'm getting hyped.
Yeah, it makes me
Yesterday
happy.
when I started, there was no one here in the pre-stream and I was like, oh no, bros. What have I done?
Oh no. No.
But then they were there once I started.
Yeah, it makes me really excited to see people who are here like 2 or 3 minutes before I start. And then when I start and I'm on the starting soon screen and people pile in, I'm like, oh, I know today's going to be a really great stream.
Yeah, that's a good old time.
It is.
Streaming is, it's a lot of fun just because, I don't know, you get to do stuff. You get to do stuff to an audience, to a captive audience.
Yeah, I love that about streaming, and I think it's just really neat. Especially, I'm pretty socially isolated. Like, I don't leave my house much anymore. I used to, but I don't much
It's
anymore.
a really common thing that I've seen.
Yeah, I
A
think
lot of people, I'm always surprised too, because I always assume this is a hyper social hobby.
it is, but I want to be social, but there's like a few barriers, like my immune system.
Oh, okay. So you have the social skills and the desire to do it.
Yeah,
It's just
I
like
can't.
other stuff.
So I'm
Oh,
so streaming like towards the end of college, I was basically like completely isolated, and Soffit was the only one I was speaking to, and he kept saying like just stream already, just go live, just debut, and then I did it and I loved it,
Aw.
and he was like, I told you.
I'm really glad you were able to then. How long have you streamed? It's not that long,
It's
right?
been just over a year now.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
been
you
really
started
fun.
last year early then.
Yeah.
Nice.
I have the immune system, but not the social skills or desire.
I know a lot of people that don't like socializing that are like, I want to try streaming, and I'm like, are you sure?
Are you sure about that?
Like, this is the most socializing. Like, this is hyper social. I'm a extroverted individual, and I love like going places with people and dragging a crew of friends around to do things.
Yeah.
But this like wears me out socially sometimes. At least when I was starting, it did. Like, it's intensely social. So it's weird that some people that aren't sociable get a lot out of it anyway.
I think it is because people who aren't sociable still want like that burst of social energy, and then they're like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah. I guess that's how I feel like that's where you're packing in the whether or not you can stream for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
2 hours is like a long stream. So how much you can handle the social energy.
It is. 2 hours is better than nothing, because I see some people who like go live, play Minecraft for 45 minutes, and then they're like, okay, I'm done.
You don't even plateau your viewers at that.
Yeah.
It takes like an hour for everyone to get into the stream.
You need like minimum an hour.
You need minimum an hour to get everyone who will the stream in the stream, and then it's preferably a few after that. I'd say the shortest stream you can reasonably do is like 3.
Yeah.
Which is what I've started doing as my shortest.
Yeah,
I feel like
my streams are usually 3 to 4 hours, because after that I go to bed.
Oh yeah. Mine used to be 5 to 6. I did minimum, like a 4-hour stream was like way too short.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized, doing 3 streams a week, but them being so long that it's just killing me from lack of sleep. Maybe not the best play. How about instead we do, 5 streams a week, but they're all like 3 or 4 hours long.
Yeah.
That's the real one.
That's the better way to do it, I think, is have more streams but less time rather than like 2 or 3 really long streams.
Last year I dedicated to doing the 3 streams a week where everything was an event. This year I was like 3 events a week but 5 streams a week.
Yeah.
Because now I can do collabs and stuff. So like this week I did 3 like project builds and then 2 collabs.
Yeah. I've tried to collab at least once a week because I think it's fun.
It is fun. I'm trying to work them into my schedule more. I really avoided them.
I've heard from a lot of people, like, especially in the beginning, you want
You really don't want to rely on it too much.
You don't want to rely on it too much, but once you feel comfortable and because some people rely on, like, a partner to talk to and entertain the chat. So once you know you can do it comfortably independently, then you should start reaching out for collabs.
Collabs are not how you build an audience. It's how you, I don't know how to describe it. You don't build your like brand and your identity on collabs because you're not getting the experience of talking to you.
Yeah.
Like the collabs are more for the ability to get a bunch of people together to see how you interact with other people, but they need the pre-established notion of you having streamed on your own and them knowing how you are for the collab to be interesting.
Exactly.
It's really important. Yeah, it's like a crossover episode. It's fan service. It is. You're merging 2 audiences together to see what these 2 different streamers are like in one place.
And I know.
And then there's gonna be some people who watch both who it's like, oh, it's a double. It's a double
crossover.
Yeah.
Like that episode of Dragon Ball Z when JoJo's Bizarre Adventures was in it.
It's the yeah, they're fun, but like you gotta limit them. Now that I've grown as a streamer more, I'm more comfortable doing more of them because I feel like I've established my identity really well. And also doing minimum 3 project streams a week, I think keeps it pretty well. I also just have a lot more people that I want to collab with now.
That's fair, that's valid. There's a lot of people I still want to collab with. I think it also helps when you collab with the same people a few times, so people are exposed to you a few times. They're like, oh, I remember that person. Yeah.
There's a few people I really mesh well with that I've collabed with a few times. I collabed with Hina and Soy Milk and Lika, and there's several people that I've been on stream several times with because it just meshes well.
Yeah.
And it works.
I don't even bother watching unless it's people I already watched beforehand anyway. Yeah, I know most people here have already seen Uwo in some capacity. I think all of you guys actually watch him.
I recognize everyone in this chat.
Sophit's actually the one that showed you to me. He was like,
that's nice.
Have you seen this Science Man? I was like, no, I've never seen this. I am very entertained right now.
Does the Rezul Mahjong summon work here? Collab with Rezul a few times. I do get along. Like the super villain type for these Mahjong streams.
I know you've also collabed with Hina, like, a lot.
I collab with Hina several times. I collab with Hina so much mostly because she lost a bet and has to finish Factorio. So we did several Factorio streams. She also just collabs a lot.
Yeah.
She's also very sociable.
She is. Oh my gosh, I watched some of her streams. She could talk for hours.
She'll prattle on.
Yeah. It's like 5 hours into stream. Okay, I guess we could play the game now.
Yeah. I mean, that's her audience knows to expect that. That's
yeah. But in a way, I think it's really good to be able to talk on stream for so long because you can watch like thousands of people playing, you know, Dark Souls or whatever.
Right.
But there's only one Hina.
Exactly. Well, that's why you gotta do solo stuff, like, mostly, especially when you're starting out, you should just do solo stuff because it's so, like, important. Yeah. Also, and this is maybe, like, a little mean, but when you're starting out, the people you're gonna be collabing with are often not very good at being entertaining. And it's a lot harder to collab when you're smaller than it is.
Especially reaching out to people because they're like, oh, why would I collab with you? You only have 300 followers. There's nothing here for me.
You gotta, like, there's like a line where you have to figure out, you're like, okay, I'm friends with this person, but like, are they gonna mess or not? And it's like, because there's people I'll play games with, but I'm like, I don't know, like I don't know if you mesh with my audience well.
Yeah.
We kind of a different humor set or whatever.
No, I understand that completely because some of the first few people I ever collabed with were like, I was like, oh, I don't think I will ever actually talk to you again after this. I'm so sorry. They were very lewd. And like, even though when we were talking beforehand, they weren't like that. And suddenly we were on stream and they were pouring it on. It's like, I really don't feel comfortable right now.
Yeah, I try to avoid that stuff. Also, JC is right. You don't have as much investment in your channel for a bigger person to risk their whole thing for you. This is kind of something, I don't know, you kind of run into when you're choosing people to collab with. Or like if someone smaller asks me to collab, if I trust them, then like, oh yeah, sure. But if I don't know them, like, I don't know what they're gonna do on stream. They don't have as much time and effort invested in their channel than I do. They could completely go rogue and start going on a racist rant or something. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, I've definitely learned that lesson, and now I try to have people on who have been on, like, either I watch them so I know their content pretty well, or like they've been streaming for like minimum a year and they're at least affiliate, so I know, like, I don't want to not solo people out. I forgot the word. But like
single people out.
Yeah, single people out. But like, I feel like, you know, some people, and this sounds so mean, but some people are 0 viewer streamers for a reason. And it's either because they don't talk at all, they hyper focus on the game, or they just they have a very bad personality for streaming where they're just, they're angry all the time.
She's saying the facts that no one will say. No streamer is brave enough to say this, but it's definitely true. Some people are just worse at being able to have a stream presence.
Yeah.
And there's some people who are chill off stream that I'll hang out with but don't have any stream presence.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate because they seem like really great people and really fun, and then on stream they're like, ooh.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't need to talk about your racist uncle.
There are people that I've hung out with where it's like, oh, they're pretty funny, but then their streams they kind of lock up and they don't channel that. And I hope that they learn to, because they got the potential there. But it's I don't know. There's also the thing where you have more of an obligation to your audience the longer you stream and the more of it that you grow. Where when I start stream, I want to create something entertaining, and I want to make sure that the vibes are right. So
yeah.
I don't know. I do a vibe check before collabing with people generally.
No, that's so smart though.
Just for that. You passed the vibe check because I saw snippets from the Moriko collab, and I was like, yeah, this seems like a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm so happy I passed the vibe check. I say this all the time. I literally just come on stream to vibe. I don't really care. I do this for fun. That's why I don't do any of the off-stream stuff like video editing and all that. 10 Talks is an excuse for me to get to talk to people I think are cool.
It's a pretty good setup. This is what VTuber Talks has been doing for years now. Have you seen his show?
He actually invited me onto his show.
Oh wait, have you been on?
No, I haven't. I've told him sometime in March because February was full, and I try to limit it to 1 to 2 collabs a week. So I can do my own thing.
Yeah, I've got similar scheduling things where I'm like, all right, we can only get collab in. I got them booked out 2 months in advance.
Yeah, I have a lot of people. I'm supposed to interview Hina, and Hina's been it's been so hard trying to schedule her because the night we were supposed to interview, she canceled about 10 minutes before, and I completely understand why. She had subathon the next day. She thought she would be too tired out. And then I've been trying to reschedule her, and she's been like, oh, I can't do any of February. Is mid-March okay? So now I have to double check that mid-March is still okay.
Get her on here though. It'll be a good time. And oh my gosh, there's a collab next week that's been rescheduled 3 times because things keep going wrong. It's not even I'm just not feeling great. It's stuff where they've had to cancel other streams because of it too.
Yeah.
But it is a tragedy that it's been canceled so many times at this point.
I'm glad it's actually going to be happening.
Yeah, bless up. I can already hear Hina's cackle laughter in the distance. It's very contagious. She can... Yeah, me and her have to be careful when we do mahjong stuff, when we do open lobby mahjong, because we cannot collab with quiet people. They will never talk. Who would you nominate for what? A interview here? Is that what you're asking?
I think that might be what he's asking.
That's kind of hard to nominate because it's gonna need to be someone that you know. Otherwise, it's kind of weird to cold call them for it. But I mean, if I'm nominating friends, I'd say Soy Milk would be very good for this.
Oh, I've been wanting to reach out to her. Yeah. She's
very sweet and she's hilarious. I'd say other people that would be good would Ecto, if you've watched her.
I've never.
She'd be pretty fun to have
Ecto.
Here. We need Karagi here. Karagi doesn't do any collabs.
Karagi doesn't do collabs. She's too shy. I reached out to her.
She's shy, and her audience goes nuts when she does collabs. You gotta balance the...
Yeah, I reached out to her. She said she doesn't do any collabs because she's very shy.
She used to do them, and she was always really, really nervous during them. So I think at this point, she's just like...
Yeah, well, I understand why.
I get it.
Yeah, I understand social anxiety. Outside of stream, I understand the social anxiety. It feels like I've forgotten how to socialize. And then on stream, it's like, oh, I can speak again. I remember.
It's always funny when people say this because the people that I always know that say it are super social on stream. But I guess the disconnect does wonders.
It does, because like on stream, you don't have to be yourself when you're a VTuber.
True. I am just myself, though. I am an IRL mad scientist. This is just how it goes.
He is himself. He is Slab IRL.
You should reach out to Uwoslab. After arguing with Moriko earlier, I need to reach Moriko again for a collab that she asked to do. She said, DM me, I want to set up this collab, and then I DM'd her and she didn't respond.
Good luck getting a DM out of her.
This guy... this woman.
we're supposed to do...
She literally said do it, and I immediately was like...
And then she doesn't answer. And then she says that she hates when she gets DM'd, so it makes you nervous to DM her.
I would not. It's funny that I know Bat more than I know so many other people. that I've cold DM'd for things, but like I'm more nervous to ask her because she doesn't answer.
She doesn't answer. Like we were
just installed our Masters plan again. Yeah, that's a great strat.
We were supposed to do a Kirby collab where we both play Kirby together, and it just never happened.
She's probably like way too good at Kirby.
Probably, and I've never played it before, so it'll be fun.
Oh my gosh, that'll be a great time.
We played Lethal together. It was me, her, Grape, and I don't know if you know who Asa Chibi is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Oh no, it was Imakuni. Sorry, I did a separate one with Asa and Colt. And oh my gosh.
I just followed Asa Chibi like 2 days ago. Someone said, check this person out. Grape rigged them. And I was like,
yeah, Grape did the
right.
rigging, and they have the same mama too, Suni. Asa's so funny.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it was so fun playing with Moriko, but she betrayed me, so I'm assuming that's what's gonna happen during Kirby again.
That sounds about right.
She probably just puts off an answer because it requires some planning, so she thinks I'll take a look later and then immediately forgets. She said that what she does is she'll open a DM before going to bed and then literally just fall asleep and never answer.
Yeah, I've done this before. I understand. I understand more the more DMs I get and the more DMs I accidentally ignore. I guarantee you if I go through all the DMs I have right, I'm gonna find ones that are marked as red where someone says, hey, do you want to collab? And it's someone I'd actually want to, and I just forgot to respond. It happens sometimes.
See, I don't get any DMs, but when I do get DMs, I answer them immediately because I'm like, oh, I don't want this person to hate me.
Most of the times I get messages, it's because some large YouTube creator made a device that involves hot dogs, and people are like, you seen this yet? And I'll be like, yes, congrats, you're the 300th person who have sent me this video.
I'm gonna find a really old hot dog video and send it to you now.
Please send me the instant hot dog cooker again, please. I've definitely seen it 100 times.
I'm gonna find you the 1,000-year-old method of making hot dogs. Just DM a hot dog.
I swear, I bet he's never seen Batman eating a hot dog. Probably not.
I don't even think I've seen Batman eating a hot dog.
About ready to time people out for the instant hot dog video. Nah, it's kind of you gotta leave it. Also, JC, you need to fix the mod so that when someone uses the feet command, it doesn't time them out for 7 days. Maybe make it like 10 minutes.
Oh, JC did a timeout command for me too.
It times them out for 144,000 minutes.
It's only 40 hours.
40 hours.
If you type ! mayonnaise here, it times you out for about 5 minutes.
Interesting. What do you have against mayo?
I don't like it.
That's disgusting.
I think it's
That's
disgusting.
Foul. Is this why you like the sandwich video where it hooked mayo?
I just thought that was hilarious that they made you eat that much mayo.
It was pretty great. That summon girl DM, the mayonnaise.
The mayonnaise
she
queen
showed up
herself.
in the chat was like, mayo!
I saw!
Right now.
That was so funny.
No, Captain Unibrow, no!
He sacrificed himself!
She'd demand extra mayo.
No,
the
but Girl
spamming
DM
would never stop.
Girl DM literally eats it by the spoonful.
That's foul. I asked her this one time. I was like, were you always this into this, or did it become a meme? And she's like, I got like meme gaslit into liking mayonnaise this much. It wasn't even something she was that into. She
That's
came
so
up with this
funny.
herself.
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Goals for Tenshi? No. Don't even think about it, hero.
I'm gonna build a mayonnaise cannon at some point.
Oh my gosh, please do. Have you ever thought
I'll
of
be
like...
sure to aim it at you with high vol.
No!
Old DM 3 years ago drank it on stream. That's foul beyond belief.
Yeah, out of a boba straw.
What? It's mayonnaise is good. I don't know if it's that good.
Feed is down to 10 minutes. Good job, JC.
Feed is down to 10 minutes. I'll thank JC.
JC always on the
it.
job.
Now it's the head pat command of my stream. Excellent.
Perfect. People can't use mine because they don't spell mayonnaise, right?
Yeah, why didn't you make it mayo?
I don't know. JC, can we change it to mayo?
JC, get to work, brother. He need to change one command.
He's the only one that knows how to do it.
Also, you're right. It does shine more when you mix it with stuff. You don't dip fries in mayonnaise.
No, I dipped them in ketchup.
Mayo and garlic. Dipping fries in that is really good, actually.
The only time I use mayo actually is in cake.
That's alarming. That's some 1950s bullshit. Why do you do that?
It's egg and oil. It's all fat. You put like...
That is actual, like, Depression era.
Yeah, you put a tablespoon in. It makes your cake incredibly light and fluffy. Just try it.
You don't have to use the mayonnaise, though. You can
Use
just add oil and egg.
No, it's a shortcut. Just use the mayonnaise.
It has garlic in it.
You don't have to use the garlic mayonnaise.
It has slight amount of garlic in
You
it.
use the regular Trader Joe's mayonnaise.
You're just hoping that you add little enough that you don't that little.
It does. You can't taste it.
What is lactonase? I don't know how I
I don't
feel
know what
about that.
lactone is. That vegan mayonnaise? Is that just
Does
oil?
the mayo have other flavorings? Okay, here's what's in mayonnaise: raw egg, oil, mustard, garlic, salt. You're putting this in your cake?
That's
Your
not
cake?
what's in mayonnaise. Hang on.
Yes, it is. That is
I'm
literally what you put in
Googling it. Ingredient. If I could spell ingredients. In Trader Joe's mayonnaise.
Okay, wait. Why does it have to be Trader Joe's?
Because that's
Is that
the one I
specific-
use.
Okay, that's fair. You just said you live in the middle of nowhere. How do you have access to a Trader Joe's?
I do not. I drive there once a month.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I understand now.
Okay. So there's soybean oil, water, egg yolk, whole egg, distilled vinegar, salt, organic lemon juice, and then the last ingredient is organic ground mustard.
I told you there's mustard in
But
it.
you can't taste it.
Oh,
Especially
mayo
if you
sins
blossom your chocolate first, because I only do it for chocolate cake.
Oh my gosh, why don't you just use the oil?
I do. Sometimes I add sour
Just
cream.
use the oil. You don't need the mayonnaise.
That's
You
only if I
literally
have
don't even like
mayonnaise.
I like that you go to Trader Joe's once a month. You make the pilgrimage there just to buy mayonnaise. For
Oh no,
cake.
it's not just mayonnaise. I also get soup.
Okay.
I like their soup a lot.
The only thing I know about Trader Joe's is I had a friend who swore by their wine that they sold there. He called it $2 Chuck.
Yeah, everyone loves the Trader Joe's wine. It's cheap and you can get drunk quick on it.
Do you know why? It used to be $60 wine, and then the guy bought the vineyard and was like, screw this pretentious marketing. We're gonna make 3 times the wine. We're gonna plant all these new grapes and we're gonna sell it for $2.
Typical Trader Joe's.
And then all these winos got snobs were like, you've ruined the sanctity of this winery. And he was like, bro, if we mix some burnt pieces of barrel in this wine, it's like we aged it in the barrel longer without having to wait nearly as long. They're like, no, you're ruining the wine. It tastes like almost exactly the same, except now it costs $2 instead of $60.
Yes.
He's kind of the most based individual alive.
Love Trader Joe's.
It's a great cooking wine.
Oh, I just use sherry for cooking wine.
Sherry works too, but it's sweeter wine, so.
I don't use it
Charles
often.
Shaw, yes, the Iron Saint knows.
He knows
That's why
the
it's
wine,
called
man.
$2 Chuck.
He knows the
Oh my
wine, man.
gosh. He knows the wine, man. It's infamous. It's been around. It's not $2 anymore, but it's like $5. It's pretty cheap.
That's still compared to most prices, you know, it's not the $1 Manischewitz from the gas station.
Exactly. It's got the better quality gauge than that.
Yeah. You won't get drunk on the first sip, but maybe the 5th.
Gotta take what you can get. Ever heard of Pirate Joe's? They bought products off the shelves in the morning and resold them in Canada.
Yeah, because all the Trader Joe's in Canada closed because of licensing disputes. So a separate guy opened Pirate Joe's and just buys everything from America and sells it in Canada. And
is he allowed to just carry it across
so
the
Trader
border
Joe's
every day?
tried to sue him for it, and a judge deemed that it was fine.
That's awesome. He makes the trip across the border on a daily basis.
Probably not daily. I'm sure he buys enough where it's like monthly or something. He buys all their dairy-free ice cream, which is actually like really good.
Nice. He drives it himself. That's wild. That's wild. You're limited on how much. You can't bring like a booze into the country, but you can bring a bunch of food, so I guess you can just stock it.
Yeah. He's got all the Trader Joe's Takis.
They make Takis?
Yeah, they make their own. It's chili lime Takis.
I've never been to a Trader Joe's, I'll be real.
Oh, they're really fun.
I had a friend pick me up the wine sometimes.
They're really fun. Like, most of them are themed. The one that I used to live in the Midwest, so the one there was themed, like all Midwest theme. And if you found a pony, they hid a stuffed pony every day in a new spot, they would give you a free lollipop.
Oh, fancy.
But they make a lot of their own stuff. So like you could get Trader Joe's rice crackers, Trader Joe's ice cream.
Yeah, it's all like branded to them. I know that.
It's really good.
That's pretty cool. Oh no, their parking lot's really, really tiny. Whenever I've seen it, and I never have a place that I want to park there.
Yeah, the parking lot's crazy. You got to avoid that part. But the rest of it's
I've heard tell that they do that on purpose because it makes it look more busy than it actually is.
Probably.
But honestly, I'm not sure.
No, I believe that. 100%. Because every time I go there, it's a fight. That's why I only go once a month. And it's so far.
Oh my gosh.
That's also, whenever I go out there, I'm also like going to Target and stuff. It's not so bad.
Yeah, you gotta make the grand expedition. I know that my family used to do that to go to the Sam's Club. It was like an hour away.
Yes, Costco's so far.
It's so far.
It is. I go there like once a month. You gotta get the essentials. Cheese, toilet paper, you know, all the good stuff.
Target is the most girl-pilled supermarket. What does that mean?
I love Target.
I do know that women love Target, but why is it girl-pilled
It's just, oh my gosh. Like, you don't go to Target with a list. You go to Target and Target tells you what you need.
What makes it different than everything else?
Okay, first, when you walk into a Target, there's a dollar spot. And it's full of things you don't need, but it's seasonal.
Yes.
It's seasonal decorations. And if you know women,
extremely things you don't need.
We love trinkets. You put a shiny thing right in front of us, it's like bait.
Should be like women like it because they get distracted by the shiny things and the insurance that cost $1.
Yes, look, it's only $1. Little like bird tchotchke I could put on my windowsill, and it's dressed like a pilgrim for Thanksgiving, and it's $1? Of course I'm gonna buy
it. I can't believe this.
And then after that, this is so smart. Whoever did this, I need to study whoever like did this, because right after that, women's clothing, and it changes seasonally.
You're right. The clothing is always right at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good clothing. It's not like
it's
what
good
you
clothing.
find
It's
at Walmart
quality,
or whatever.
and it's cheap. It's like $20 for a sweater, which is, you know, it's really good. If I went online, I tried to buy a sweater, it's $60 these days. Exactly.
That's true.
Their jeans are so good. And then after that, it's like you get to the back and there's another seasonal aisle with just like everything you don't need, but in that moment, Target tells you you need it. And then if it's after the season, they discount it all.
See, when we would make the pilgrimage to we'd go to the Target. That was like the two places. It was an all day or this was like a Saturday ordeal to go there. And I was always like, why Target? But that makes sense. I just remember as a kid, they had the best toy section.
Yes, they have the best toy section. And in the summer, they have bikes and like summer furniture. They're putting out all their gardening stuff right now. Can't leave Target without spending $100. It's true because I went there and I bought 3 pillows this time.
When I was a kid, I'd always buy games. They had a PC game section next to the toy section.
Yeah,
and that was like the one place I would buy them.
I would obsessively check all the clearance shelves. I do because the baking stuff goes on sale.
Miss the PC game boxes. I remember buying Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy distinctly because that's a banger game. And then going all the way back there to Jedi Knight 2 when it came out.
Rip electronic sections of 2010s. I couldn't
The
even tell you
electronic
what that
sections
looked
really
like.
did hit different back then. Now everything is phone. This is so sad.
I remember
It's either giant screen. It's different varying sizes of screens that connect to the internet.
I remember the first time I like perceived the internet as a child, that it was a thing. We walked into a Walmart and they had a bunch of laptops on display. Like, what is this? What does this do? Oh my gosh, I can type things into this. It writes words. Incredible.
Huh? Incredible. I can go online. It's all amiibos and V-Buck. This is so sad.
I know, or Roblox.
Yeah, you gotta get your Robux to
Gotta
buy
get
your
Robux to buy your fake little Robux character.
I don't know what anyone buys in Robux, I'll be real.
I have no idea what Robux are. I just know
Do they
everyone
go to the
talks
people
about
that
it.
make the maps, or do they go to the people who, like,
Apparently you can
made
make
the game?
decent money making Robux stuff.
Yeah, I've heard that.
The stores are
But
not
I don't
selling-
know what the economy is like to allow for it. Is it like people who made money
I have no
selling
idea.
ships that they grind for? Or what?
There's a whole underage dev market economy there. Oh heck yeah, I'm gonna go look for an underage game developer for an idea.
Yeah, I need this cheap labor.
I
Hey,
need
when I was a kid, I would pretend to be an engineer. Things for people for money.
That's so funny. Did you really?
Yeah.
Would you sell things to them?
Yeah, I would offer consulting services.
Ooh, what was consulting service?
They would be
Definitely
like-
over the
they would
age
be
of
like,
18.
"Oh." And I'd be like, here, I'll help you design the prototype. And then I would draft up a prototype and send it to them. And they'd be like, oh, thanks, man. And I had a whole hustle doing that.
Dang.
I would even build things physically and mail them to them.
That's crazy. The most I did when I was young was walk dogs.
I think I made more money doing this, so I did a lot.
That's smart. That's really smart.
Software probably would have been more possible. I ended up getting some good connections though, because I ended up working with like a guy that ran a company, and
Oh dang. You were out there
he hired me
networking.
to like do a personal project for him. He knew that I was a kid. He was aware because I was on his company's forum too much. And he was like, I know you're a kid, but if you want to do this project, I'll pay you to do it. And I was like, sure.
I will hire the underage laborer.
Yeah, I'll pay for underage labor. So then I designed it, and it worked.
That's
They gave me an
awesome.
unlimited parts budget, which was awesome because I was scrounging parts like mad because I had no money hardly. So a $20, board or whatever, that thing was getting scrapped to be reused. It was never going into
Mhm.
something permanently. And here, I could just pick from anything I wanted to build it. You're handing me the keys to the kingdom.
So you
It
knew.
was really fun.
So you always knew you wanted to be an engineer then?
I've been an hobbyist, an electronic hobbyist since I was like 7 or 8 years old.
Wow.
I've always known.
Are you sure you don't have autism?
I don't. It's shocking, I know. I probably have ADHD.
You
I
pro-
would guess.
Probably. The hyperfixation is strong.
Yeah, but no, I've been tested for autism. I clept that off. I didn't pass the test.
You did that.
The main thing is that
Can you make eye contact?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Easily. as I said, I'm a bit of an extrovert. I like to socialize. I have to socialize with people in person, or I go insane.
Yeah, you're automatically disqualified. Eye contact, extrovert.
I'm getting I feel like this is giving me an edge in this extrovert market I'm streaming.
Oh, I'm 100% sure. People are probably intimidated by you in the engineering world. They're like, guys, he makes really good eye contact.
I do have to be careful of that because I'm also really tall, so I'm an imposing figure, and I don't want to scare people.
That's valid, yeah. You don't want to make them think, you know, you're a giant among.
I don't want them to think I'm scary.
Yeah.
Big, loud man who looks you dead in the eye.
You're already.
Also, you're
like way ahead of the game.
Unibrow saying taking stuff apart and building is fun. It's true.
My brother did
it's a
that.
lot of fun.
My brother is autistic.
I think my parents thought I was autistic, but psych. Not actually. I can't believe it.
He took everything apart. Like, you gave him something, he took it apart because he wanted to know how it worked. Now he does computers stuff, like science.
He's probably good at it.
Yeah. He works for a very big music company.
Ooh, nice.
I don't know if it would accidentally dox him by saying what music company. But he does their IT.
Nice, nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's good stuff to get into.
Yeah, he
assert dominance by picking everyone up by the armpits and staring in their eyes.
Like I do at work.
Being picked up by the armpits is the worst.
Oh my gosh, I hate that. I'm short, so people just like pick me up. They're like,
You're supposed to pick up by the ribs. It's more comfortable.
Not for me.
Learn your pickup tactics.
No, I can't have anyone touching like my ribs or my tummy. Hurts too much.
Do you not want... Okay, hang on that thing where it's like how to talk to people, which one are you preferential to? The squat down and stare them in the eyes?
Just look down at me. Oh my gosh. It's bad enough sometimes being in a wheelchair that people will like kidnap me. I don't need people to kneel down too and talk to me like I'm 3.
They get on one knee and be like, "Hey there, champ."
Oh my gosh, they really do. Or like they talk.
Oh my gosh.
They talk over me to whoever is with me. They're like, "So does she talk? Is she okay?"
Does she speak?
I'm
yes.
right here. Just ask me.
We cannot talk to this woman. We must ask their handler.
That's exactly what it's like.
That's fucked up.
Whoa, is she okay? I knew a mute 4-foot-tall engineer lead who once got let go of a dude by taping a paper to someone's chest that read, "You're fired."
Wait, what?
He once let go of a guy.
Wild.
That's incredible.
Hang on, my boss's boss is also like 4 foot tall. Not actually, but he's really short.
Does he
see him.
Does he stand on a stool to talk to everyone?
No, he doesn't stand on a stool. But he like when I was in the office, you could not see him over the cubicle walls. Even like looking straight down, he hid perfectly. He'd sneak up on people.
That's amazing. I would do that, honestly.
Hey, oh wait, the guy in question crashed a forklift into a warehouse and then left. What are you supposed to do? If I crashed a forklift, I'd be out of there so fast.
Yeah, I would be
my
like,
car,
wasn't
go
me.
Home, never come back.
Sorry, I'm quitting time. Bye. He lost his forklift.
Not his forklift certification.
I don't think he had it in the first place.
I know someone who got fired because they got hit by a forklift.
What?
They got hit by a forklift. The guy in the forklift spun around really fast and clipped the legs out from under the guy, and then he yelled a slur at him when he was falling, and he got fired.
Oh my god.
I was like, you didn't fire the forklift guy for this.
They didn't fire the guy that assaulted the guy. Just the guy that said the bad word.
I don't think it was an intentional assault, but you know how it be sometimes.
Yeah, you gotta fire the one who says the bad word, I guess.
Wait, he wasn't certified. He just hopped on the forklift.
What slur? We're not gonna repeat that.
Yeah, Chilean. Eyebrow raise, bro.
Bro, are you okay? I know he's not. It's fine.
We are getting late, so I'm going to have to go soon.
Yeah, honestly, we're kind of out of time, so... does anyone have any last-second questions we can answer super quick before we do Night-Night Song? I see you became corporate mandated.
Yeah, disgusting.
Disgusting? But guys, any last-minute things we could ask really, really quick? When are you gonna watch?
You got your chance.
Yu Yu Shiki.
I don't know what that is.
What is your favorite dinosaur?
That one with all the spikes on it.
Valid.
It's got the balls on its tail. That's the best dinosaur. I can't remember what it's called.
Did you switch?
Thoughts on Iron Giant? Banger. I can't believe they then went on to make a crazy tragic.
Did you switch Oshis yet?
You can't switch Oshis? Do you know what that goes against the...
That's like against the law. Against the code. When are you gonna watch Nietzsche Bros?
I might watch that eventually. I love Nietzsche Joe. It's the daily life of high school boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's your opinion on people that use Kami-Oshi? I don't know what that means. Sorry, I'm not a weeb. Just kidding. I didn't know what.
It's like your one true love, I guess.
What does that mean?
When are you building the CIA mind control device?
Eventually.
One day.
If I built it, I couldn't tell you though.
Today is not that day.
Kami-Oshi is your ultimate best Oshi. What do you mean ultimate best? You have one. You only have one Oshi. You can even change your favorite streamer, but you can't change your Oshi. You're dedicated to them forever. Even if they kind of fall off and you're watching other people instead, you can't change. You can't change the Oshi you chose. You still must support them.
I'm bad at coming up with questions. Can you make a machine that does that?
Nah, sorry. I'm also bad at that. I'm bad at coming up with robots that come up with questions. Sinners think they have multiple Oshi. It's fuck up. It's like how the term waifu got bastardized. I'm not gonna come here and simp for the people who call waifu correctly. I need Morch to die so I can change. You can't, no. Yeah, unless they graduate. That's the only way to. That's the only way to move on. They have to graduate first.
Nero, why would you say that? My Oshi is Batrick, and I know he's not going anywhere.
If your Oshi never graduates, then you will have them forever.
Yeah.
Be the change you want to happen. What do you mean, Mookie?
Mookie, we are not advocating.
The mod who stays silent until he comes here and says to kill someone.
Mookie, we are not advocating to kill people here.
She's kept alive because death fears her. No, because death thinks it's funny.
Kick the bat out of the basement? I don't think we can. She owns the basement.
You got final questions here.
Yeah.
Speaking of forever, hold your peace. This is as if you can't ask me questions on my own stream, but no, this is a questionnaire.
This is the only place you can ask questions, actually.
The only time you can ever ask me anything.
Otherwise,
you can ever hashtag AMA just like on reddit.com.
Just to give out a smart one, don't rush me. We have to rush a little bit.
We have to rush. It's late. I really have to piss, and I've been waiting for this.
When are you still
favorite Pokemon? I don't know what Pokemon. That's not true. It's a Wooper.
Wooper?
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
That's okay. Wait, am I saying it wrong? It's the one with a round head, and it's got little tree things coming out of the side of its head.
I still don't know.
I only know like 3 Pokemon. I did not play Pokemon.
It's okay. I don't know any Pokemon names. I just point to the one I like.
Favorite Toho, the one with the nap. It's got like a red dress.
When are you joining V Shoujo?
When I get fired from a different corpo and they want to pick up the slack.
What's your favorite dog?
The Roggy.
That's a good answer.
Joke, but would you join a corpo? Depends on the corpo, but honestly, I'm not entirely.
Everyone would know his past life way too easily when he starts blowing stuff up with a cardboard horse behind him.
I was gonna say, none of like the mega corpos would want me, and I don't know if I would want them.
he rejects them.
It's a case-by-case basis, but the case is probably that I don't want to join one. It would have to be a really good deal for me.
Valid. What if it's NASA?
They already rejected me once, brother.
Aww. Who's your
favorite fictional scientist? Oh, scientist? Okay, hang on, wait. It's what's his name? The guy that turns into the Goblin in Spider-Man. He's so evil. I love him. Myself. Shout out to NASA. Shout out to NASA for making it so I can never be the top streamer in the science and tech category because they get 4,000 views whenever they stream.
They're not even
keeping me from the number one spot.
we should get NASA banned.
See, Hero Unit, I was going to say William Dafoe. That's definitive. It's Norman Osborn. This is so sad. Can we cancel NASA? They have to keep streaming their fucking moon landings.
I know.
Just get out of here. That's not what the platform's for. This platform's for playing video games and bathing in macaroni.
Exactly.
You know
that's what Twitch. That's what John Twitch envisioned. People bathing in macaroni.
Who invented Twitch? But John
Twitch. It's either John Twitch or Hatsune Miku.
Did you get shit from the Pippa collab? Some Pippa simps did not like that I collabed with, but it was really funny, so that was fine.
That always happens.
Oh yes, Gunrun is the actual creator of Twitch. He follows me on Twitter for some reason.
He likes your science.
Finally, I have mutuals with Gunrun. One of my few claims to fame. Are you staying for Night Night song? If I'm not in the call, I'll have the be in the stream.
Yeah, I think we are gonna move to Night Night song now. So if you're new here, at the end of every stream, I do something called the Night Night song, and this is just to tell my chat how much I appreciate them being here. So whether this is your first time or you're back from another stream, thank you so much for returning. So yeah, you can, like I mentioned before, you can either, you know, stay, you can end the call, whichever one you want to do.
Okay, I'll hop off the call, but I'll be in the chat because I want to hear it with the backing.
Yeah. Thanks so much again. This was so fun.
Yeah, it was. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. It was a good old time.
Thanks for being here.